Hello chat. I need to fix the tracking. Yippee. That's your kind of right. Okay. So yeah, I'm sick. I feel like I'm probably worse than I was over the weekend. Well, I'm worse than over the weekend for sure. Might be worse than yesterday. I feel like yesterday I got away with not having to speak much, which was nice. But sadly, we are not playing Stronghold Protocol today. But I want to play more. I mean, I feel like if my voice cracks up, we can also do IS, but I stopped doing this and I really want to get into the story. So I will just do it with some more worse voice acting without actual voices, and also fuck it, we're picking the better team. I'm not thinking today. Huh. That is lingering echoes. Also, hey. Didn't go so well with Mr. Cherney, but everyone else in the Afterglow has been nice and easy to talk with. I visited 10 of the houses by now and picked up a few blood samples. Not bad results. It's almost night now. Junge Frau, I see you busy all day long, running to and fro. I bet you're hungry, aren't you? How about trying some Afterglow specialties? Specialties? Now we're getting some nice German trucks for the rave party. Let's fucking go. Take a look at this. Pan-fried... what? Pan-fried sauerkraut? I don't trust this man. The aroma, the color. A pickled food, sauteed in oil. Very opposite of healthy. What? Scared I'm overcharging you? Here, this one's yours, free of charge. Don't be shy now. You've been all over the streets checking up on us. This is to thank you. Oh, I can't turn down hospitality. Thank you very much then. Don't mention it. What's wrong? Before you taking one bite, I told you, it's on the house. Well, it tastes horrendous. I'm not quite hungry. I'll carry on eating later. Actually, have you ever considered adjusting your recipe slightly? In what way? Add a bratwurst, then we're talking. You see, the serving is approximately that of an adult's, but the salt and fat content are at least 3 and 5 times the recommended intake respectively. It's more harmful than anything. Okay, but sometimes I want to put the bad things into my body. Come on, Hibiscus. Junge Frau, I've been making this for decades. There's someone buying it who doesn't like it. I mean, who doesn't love salt. It's hardly changed my recipe. Regulars would have my head. I'm just touching it with their health in mind. Everyone's spending their money here, myself included, is infected. A diet so high in salt and fat can only have even worse repercussions on infected than on the healthy. I'll just ask you this one thing. Does my food taste good or not? It's extremely delicious. Then that settles it. But I still think... Alright. I know you can't appreciate my craft, I get it. My heart goes out to you. Oh, by the way, I'd like to ask a few questions, can I? No, mouse! Fuck. Okay. We're not asking questions, where was I? Seeing as business isn't exactly booming right now, ask away. Well, why don't you tell me how business has been lately? Up to my ears. More people out to eat the past few days. Probably thanks to the warm weather. Are you familiar with everyone who comes to eat? I am. Every patron of mine from the Afterglow. I know basically all of them. Are they all infected? They are. Have there been any who hadn't shown themselves for a while, but came to buy from you again these past few days? That's right, quite a few too, if I think about it. Could I ask you to tell me which of your customers that applies to? Where do they all live? Thank you. No problem. Finally, how have you been feeling recently? You mean the oropathy? Highly regular. Nothing one way or the other. But if business is good lately, I've been really on top of keeping my stocks up. I guess you're not too obsessed with music? I've never been much of an artist. Don't have as much drive as them. If I can keep my family fed, I'm happy. I mean, cooking is an art too, my man. That's all my questioning then. Thank you for humoring me. I hope business fires for you. Honestly, what he's doing to sauerkraut, he probably does not deserve his business, but you go. Thank you. But you're still only taking one bite, junge Frau. Won't you have a little more? Well, didn't I just... I'm joking. The doctors put health first, I understand that. But actually, taste's a priority for us chefs. And doctors by and large, well, they give us some understanding back. What do you say? I can understand, but I still can't approve. This understanding is a good start. We can put our differences aside. Next time you want a bite, remember, come by. She has me wondering though, seemed on the verge of tears after she took one bite. I don't know what you did into sauerkraut to make it unhealthy and be full of fat, my man. Whatever you're doing, it's probably the reason. Such a nice young girl. Makes you wonder why she had to be a suck. Let's go, he's racist! Chef Koch, one thing of sauerkraut, please. One thing. Coming up. It's you. 2 portions of minced meat and a slight char on your sauerkraut, yeah? Thank you. The girl just now looked a little strange. You seen her before? She's been all around the streets lately. If I didn't before, I have now. Are you going to invite her to yours for a cup? Forget it. You've seen how she's so busy. Probably on some serious business. No chance to have a coffee. Cases of abnormal improvement are distributed over an even wider area than I guessed. It's virtuoso. Well, I will never own you. Or maybe in like a year. I'm sorry. It's alright. I should be the one apologizing. I was so preoccupied admiring this magnificent building. I got in the way of your motive. Motive? Goodbye. Goodbye? He's in a hurry. I suppose it's about time to head back. There's no residents in the square. Right? We needed that virtuoso cameo to build up hype. Hey, Fräulein. The strong smell of alcohol. Yeah, you devil. Okay, now you're getting rude. And you are... You just left my house. You don't remember? So, you're a relative of Mr. Schneider's? You didn't seem to be at home when I made my visit just now. I'm his son. You sucked my father's blood. Hibiscus, hibiscus! Andante, not a moment too late. This man here is extremely worked up. I know what he's trying to convey. Andante? Andante from World's Island? Go tell your boss right now to send Estelle back home. Now I'll let her back in the afterglow. But just calm down for now. Tell me what she did. Perhaps you might my report afterward. Are all Germans just super racist against Sarkas? I feel like it's every country, right? I was wondering why you were taking so long to return. Head back to the plant's office for now. Observe a little longer. Something's not right here. Maybe what he says can help us out somehow. It's like my father's blood. Devil. Bloodsucker. You know what that means? Mr. Snyder. I've heard legends about vampires, but it's just an ordinary Sarkas. Fresh blood has no attractive force on me. Who said anything about vampires? Hey buddy, what do you say? What's he doing, collecting blood from infected? Me? Yeah, you. Go on. You know, every bystander on the street is just an expert on any subject. That is how I always form my opinion on things. I'm busy right now, excuse me? Yeah, some people got no spine. Oh, you tell me. Well, yeah, he does not look inconspicuous at all. Well, I'm not too sure of the details, but I've heard about casters using infected blood to do their arts. And the Spirecasters secretly abducting infected lately. They're doing about the same thing. That's what I want to hear. This Sarah has been collecting our blood from all over. That's just exactly what she's doing. Hey, even if she would be doing it, she's at least doing it more ethical than just kidnapping people. Collecting the blood of infected for arts. Based on what I know, nothing apart from the quote-unquote Witch King's remains. Huh? Hibiscus' mind is adamant stunts not just the two infected in the silence, but an entire crowd about them who gathered to see what the fuss was about. Dude, are the Majesty's name just like that? Really are, all tied up. That's it, she has to be. It's what the prophecy said. That is going to use infected blood to bless us all with arts. Why do you have a prophecy about that? You mean the one His Majesty issued? Right, that one. We can't let that prophecy come true. Isn't the Witch King already dead? Why do we even care about his prophecies? Didn't the Witch King... Yeah, I don't know the exact Lithuanian lore, but isn't... I mean, I will probably see it, but isn't it like that Witch King is dead and it's now ruled by the two twins or something like that? You say prophecy. I heard there was a prophecy recently, but it was all vague. What did it say exactly? I'm just as curious. You're trying to drive me off based on some prophecy. I don't even know anything about it. How do you expect me to go, just like that? You can't just talk about it out loud. Who can guarantee he didn't leave behind some kind of arts? Maybe our each and every move is all... Let us quietly. What exactly did the prophecy say? And then have you heard similar rumors recently? Things a faint bell, to be honest. I never paid any attention to it. Not to mention, as much as he died long ago, even if he were alive and well, I have no reason to leave any prophecy specifically in the Afterglow. People just keep coming. Girly, I think you should take a hike. Is there anything to fear here? Get out of the Afterglow. Peace, everyone. It just was an unfounded rumor like this. Rumor? You have the gall to call a prophecy a rumor, you... So, one moment you're saying me and those remains are all tied up. Next you're suggesting I'm disrespecting him. What exactly are you trying to get at with all these contradictions? What are you inciting? The way your sort behave, common sense never applies. Yeah, that's why I also don't need it. Besides, who knows what a devil like you is up to, coming here to the Afterglow and using your investigation as a cover to steal our blood. Man, even if you mean no harm, we can't just ignore the prophecy and let you stay here. Isn't that right, everyone? Yeah, that's right. I'm not sure why you all seem so scared of a fictional calamity taking place here. It's probably as much as his name hanging over you. But there's something that scares me more. I'm scared I won't be able to find an explanation for this incident. If I cover now, then maybe I'd be losing a golden chance to save lives. Maybe I'd leave you all to be endangered just because of my own cowardice. You can look at me like a cool caster using infected blood for arts. You can treat me like some devil spotting disaster. I don't mind any of it. I just want to save lives. Beyond that, I'm not asking the Afterglow for anything else. No more lies. If you don't go, you're here to destroy the Afterglow. Hi buddy, I don't intend to start a conflict with you here. If you truly want me out of sight, I can return to the Woods Island branch office for a time. And you can all cool down in the meanwhile. Would that be okay? Heh. Oh, you're talking reason. No. How do you think the Woods office is? It's here in the Afterglow too. Do you think Woods Island has some special privilege, huh? They can just take it out of the Afterglow sense? Won't let that happen. Everyone with me. Drive this devil away. Some come charging in, some stay motionless where they are, and some choose to turn their backs on Hibiscus, leaving the sight of trouble. No matter the choice they've made, Hibiscus simply stands there, not choosing to fight, not choosing to flee. Right. Time to quickly beat them up. Hey, Musty. Did you finish chapter 14? Where do I want to lese? That's a good question. Maybe I can do something like this for now. I did not. Man, sounds like you need to play more Arknights, man.
여기 경치 좋다, 그치?
Spam this pirate about let's go. Nice up boost. Holy fucking shit. Maybe nah, this is stupid now. I know what I'm doing. Also, man, holy shit. The Germans might be kinda racist in this. Why would they do this? Oh, you're going down. Ah, that's how it works. You know what? Fuck it, get frozen. What makes you think so? Hibiscus getting basically bodied just for being a sarcasm. Which is, you know, kinda rude if you ask me. Let's see, what if we just do this? Clearly as here's again the boss wanted me to do.
아름다운 인간 세상이랑 지옥의 파노라마 뷰 중에 뭘로 하고 싶댔지?
But also, I don't know, I feel like, which might be understandable for... Maybe I put it here. for a Chinese writer to not know what actually sauerkraut is. But they might be misrepresenting my sauerkraut, which is also a crime against Germans. It's like normally a super healthy food, but then they make it out to be like the worst for the health. I don't know what this man is cooking. But this is Korean Exu. It should be at least. Or I'm crazy. I don't have to play the video game. Pramanek's kinda busted. Beautiful. And then the twice as best to stop the tide of people approaching Hibiscus. But what a single person can do is limited. The crowd quickly passes by Andante and surrounds Hibiscus. Don't make me repeat myself. Out of my way. Come on, you're all horned people. You should have solidarity or something. I just don't get it. Like, I mean, you have seen, like, kind of the racism against infected overall. But, and I guess Psychers are more likely to be infected or something like that. My trade is fading today for sure, but I don't think they ever really went out of the way to show like infected being racist against Sarkas before this, right? I think in Ursus they were also overall rude to Sarkas. I wonder why. We are very wholesome people in Germany, okay? What are you people trying to do? She's here to help you. So why are you doing this? This has nothing to do with you, Andante. If you're gonna protect this devil, then get her out of the afterglow. What? It's Kreide, let's go. What's going on here? Kreide? Hibiscus is in there. They're mopping her. Move out of the way. Let me inside. Man, it's so sad that they're probably gonna kill Kreide one day. What hole did you crawl out of? Oh, I remember now. The kid was drifted into the afterglow not too long ago, right? Be a nice lad and go back to taking care of your Opa. And don't stick your nose where it doesn't belong. Hibiscus only came here to help all of you. Why are you treating her like this? People like you will never understand. We're protecting our homes from the devils, so get lost. Hibiscus isn't like that. I know that Hibiscus is here to treat Orpathy, but he's wholeheartedly devoted to it. Can't you all see that? But she's stealing their precious blood. Treat Orpathy? Whose Orpathy is she here to treat? Kreide, you don't need to get involved with this. This is Weiserheim after all. You wouldn't dare. Wouldn't dare what? The cello! No, my man. Are you out of your mind? If you've got a problem, come at me. What are you flinging arts at him for? What's any of this got to do with him? I wasn't trying to. Why the hell do we even have to answer to you? Get out of here, or I'm gonna put a hole in your body just like we did with this cello here. Someone's playing the flute. Let's go, weaponholes. Who wants a piece of us next, huh? Show yourself. My heart won't stop pounding. Scheiße. Okay, you know what? The dividers have me one back. They're saying Scheiße in this. Let's go. Why'd he have to show up here? Hey, where are all you people going? Why are you? So this is something I did not know myself. Apparently some anti-Semites subscribe choose people sworn demons who drink blood, so just the food for thought. You know, I figured there might be some parallels. They might have wanted to war with the Sakas and the Jewish people. Yes, yes. But I mean, it's so curious how the basically hate for the Sakas would have started in Lithuanian. Like, historically in Germany, it was mostly after World War One, basically, thanks to the Durchstoßlegende. Man, that's finally where my education comes in. And you know, German economy not doing well and blaming it all on the Jewish people, basically. I wonder what basically the reason for Lithuanian is to hate them. Maybe it has to be something to do with the Witch King. But I probably will get more to see of that later. Did you not hear that sound? But yeah, it does make sense that I feel like as a German I might be a bit more aware of something like that. Wait, could it be? Don't tell me it's... Please have mercy on me. I just had a bit too much to think. Absolutely meant you no disrespect. What in the world am I doing? The crowd. We're gone? Kreide, are you alright? You're not hurt, are you? I'm fine, but my cello... Oh no, body's been damaged so badly. Can it be fixed? Don't know. Thanks for coming to my aid. How the hell did he just do that? I guess it's some cool music arts, right? Don't mention it. It's a pleasure to meet you. Or perhaps meet wouldn't be the right word. However, I haven't had a chance to say hello until now. To be honest, you're in quite a bit of danger back there. Even though the afterglow is technically part of Weißerheim. No which patrolman has no desire to come around here. If they really decided to attack you, there's a good chance nobody would have come to help you for a while. And I must thank you again. And to whom do I owe the pleasure? No, Hibiscus is also starting to climb the ranks. Honestly, considering how old that was I assume how old it was made for this event or something, right? Maybe I could get away with putting her altar onto my German team too. I will see. It's slowly coming together for sure. But honestly, I don't need her that much if I get a altar. Just call me Ebenholz. And Ebenholz, have you heard of the prophecy they were talking about? Not even once. Just caught wind of it from the crowd here. In other words, this prophecy hasn't reached the Cliffy Patio at all. The Cliffy Patio? That's where all the nobles in Weißerheim live, right? Don't lump me in with a lot of them. Ah, but aren't you Weißerheim's? Actually not a native of Weißerheim. She do be Victorian. She do be... Yeah, but she has the... what would it be? What is it called in English? What? Wait, I can figure it out. Wait. Can I figure this out? Did I mention that my brain is not training today? While I look this up. I basically did sleep like all day so far. Like, I did nothing today other than existing. This is no bore. I give up. Besides, this cautious Tsukashi speculate about the noble's identity. Then did he come all the way into the afterglow to perform in Mr. Journey's concert? They also infected. Sorry, but I don't have oropathy. I heard from someone that only infected are performing. That's enough chit-chat for now. Are you in a hurry? Of course I am. Kite and I were going to head journey south to have him assess our practice today. But then all this broke out. Sorry for wasting your time. I'll be heading back to the office now. You know, honestly, she should think about getting at least some escort, I guess. Alright, don't start mopping on me. Let's head to Mr. Journey's first. I'm sure you'll find your new instrument, seeing as he is so fond of you. Hey, come, what are you joking about? Don't worry about it. Well, that sure is strange. I haven't heard about His Majesty's prophecy or anything of the sort. Would have been Gertrude? Why would Gertrude do this? I think I've heard something along those lines before, but only very vaguely. If there was any mention of Sarkas. Well, whatever. Counter's the only thing that matters. What a quaint group of people though. They really care so much. We should head to the door of the Empress's voice and start hollering, His Majesty, His Majesty. Oh, that would be a fun show. But let's set that aside for now and head to Mr. Journey's place. But my cello. Already told you, Mr. Journey will get a new one for you. Besides, it's not your fault. If Mr. Journey wanted you to pay him back for that cello, you still got me. Right. The cello is broken? Get out of my eyes, I never want to see you again. What did the two of you decide to jump into a fight? Oh, that's not what happened. Then what happened, Kreiter? Holz and I went into Hibiscus while we were out on our way here. Hibiscus? Was surrounded, attacked by a group of people calling her a devil and saying that she'd bring disaster to the Afterglow. What nonsense. I was trying to defend her and the child got blasted by somebody's arts. Casting outs in the open streets? What's going on in people's heads these days? So you managed to beat them back? No, Ebenholz dispersed him with his arts and helped get me and the Hibiscus out. He helped you? Yes. Alright, I have a clear picture now. This poor cello. Well, that was the only decent one I had. I'm sorry. Don't apologize, you didn't do anything wrong. If anything, I should be the one apologizing to you on behalf of the Afterglow for those idiots. In any case, just put a cello over here. I'll go look around and see if there's anything suitable for you to use. All that's left is this mass-produced one. I have to make do with it. Now let's see how much you've progressed in your practice. Begin. Now we're gonna play the most beautiful shit ever, right? Hey Johnny, what do you think of that? I won't say there was no improvement, and considering how the two of you have only been practicing for a day, I shouldn't expect too much. It doesn't seem that any of the problems from before have been fixed. But they figured out the timing thing and everything, I remember. I remember. All the problems from before have been fixed. How could that be? You're reacting a lot faster now, Ebenholz. But you're still getting carried away in your own passages, as if you're trying to show off. And you still need Kreiter to accommodate you. Not even familiar with the music yet. So what are you trying to show off for? And then there are those ornaments. You managed to hit them all, while it's making your premium completely uneven. What's the point of that? Kreiter, on the other hand, is more solid in comparison. His main problem is insufficient mastery, something that can be solved with more practice. But at the end of the day, Morgen und Abend is a duet. It's impossible for one person to constantly be accommodating the other. Honestly, I would prefer to strike Morgen und Abend. No, but the cool play and everything, and how else will they sacrifice Kreiter to the old gods or something? A journey. What is it? How about this? Can we try again with you accompanying Ebenholz on piano? Are you sure that's a good idea? I won't be playing around him like you do. Don't blame me if he makes an utter fool of himself. It'll be fine. Chip up. I know you can settle this in one go. You ready? Let's go. How's that? A journey. Your fucking doshio hasn't changed at all. What do you take your flute for? A tool to help you show off. However, no intention of matching your rhythm at all, but you more or less manage to stay steady throughout your part. It's clear to me now that while Kreide is accommodating you, he's coming from your bad habits rather than for a lack of skill. While there's still ample room for improvement, you've at least met my minimum threshold. You are allowed to keep existing, musician. So that means you pass. Fantastic. I won't put my punches though. They had to lower my standards to rock bottom today. Hey, it can only go up from here. Yippee! I may ask you to show me your progress at any time. You're still playing at the level before the concert. I will not let you step onto the stage. Am I clear? Rest assured. Additionally, Kreide, you're playing on a mass-produced instrument right now. It's only for merchant use. I would still recommend you find something else. The one you gave me is... Don't worry, I'll cover you. Oh? Let's go shopping tomorrow morning. I'll get you the very best. Let's go. You know, they say money cannot buy happiness and everything. It fixes all your problems. Even vases, maybe. What is it? So I was telling you about His Majesty, right? His Majesty's prophecy. No fooling. Tell me more about it while we walk. I'd like to hear it again, in detail.
힘써 일한 뒤에는 잘 자야 할지니.
Thank you, Pamanix.
이건 성녀의 뜻입니다.
Man, that was like an hour for one note. Is this where I'm slowly hitting those long side stories? What the hunter does not know is that while the final magic bullet remains unshot, true relief will elude him. Okay, Mr. Hunter. Let me see. That's right, this is the place. What the hell is this? Is he just casting dice? Let's go, he just plays D&D in his off time. Isn't this place too orny to be a music store? Of course, this is the best music store in all of Wiesheim. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought you here. I wonder why they do use a different sprite for this right now, though. I didn't apply to enter the Cliffy Patio. Those barricades are so inefficient. By the time they process the application, the concert will already be over. Plus, even if we do get found out, we'd only be looking at a fine. Let's go! I love when the law is not applying to the rich. Because they can just pay whatever the fuck it is, right? It's... heard that if someone helps the infected leave the afterglow, the punishment for them is worse than for the infected. What's there to be afraid of? That will be fine. Stand up straight and don't act skittish. Just don't let anyone be able to tell and we won't have any issues. Welcome, mein Herr. Are you here to pick out an instrument or... Of course. Let's find ourselves a cello first. Very well. Who might this gentleman with you be? He is my... Mein Herr, I apologize for my rudeness. I must remind you that those wearing unauthorized apparel are not allowed into the store. I'll go wait outside then. Outside? What exactly are you afraid of? Acting all suspicious? Don't tell me you... Do you have any idea upon whom you're casting aspirations? Unauthorized? Suspicious? How dare you use such words to describe a noble? Do you value your job or not? You simply fall in hard times and there's no choice but to dress plainly. His clothes are neither damaged nor dirty, so would he not be allowed inside the store? Excuse my rudeness, but this gentleman's attire does not match the store's required style of... Okay, what the hell store has like a dress code for buying instruments? Style? My cousin has suffered a great upheaval. His cello, which he cherished greatly, was destroyed in the turmoil. I wanted to bring him here to buy a new cello as a way of expressing my condolences. What right do you have to spout nonsense about style? Terribly sorry about this, but it's our policy that all customers must be dressed appropriately. I'm sorry, but I cannot allow your companion to enter. Fine then. Niemals takes off his cloak and drapes it over Kreide. Not that he's wearing the same clothes as me, can he enter? Or is my cloak somehow part of your inappropriate dress? If I put my cloak back on later, am I also not allowed to enter? I'll go ask the manager. This one can just mind his own business. Here, your coat. Thank you. Okay, I guess that is why we had to use a different sprite. You're welcome. It was my idea to bring you here to buy a cello in the first place. Bring you inside the store one way or another, if I have to pick a fight with that clerk. We would like to extend our sincerest apologies to both of you. Manager will be here shortly. He will personally show you our instruments. Yippee, VIP treatment! Excuse me, are you busy right now? Oh, it's Hibiscus. You got plenty of time. It's about your condition. I was worried that clerk was going to report us to the authorities. Nonsense. It's not like he knew you were infected. He just saw your shoddy clothes and took you for a commoner. Looks like you forgot something. He did? Our suits, of course. We don't plan to wear this on stage. It's so unprofessional. Let's go. I'll find you the best tailor in all of Wischerheim. No, I can't. During the fitting, the Origin Crystal's what? You do have a point. In that case, you'll find the best tailor in the afterglow. How about it? The sky is blue and fine. Alright, alright. Can't thank you enough for buying this cello for me and for helping me order a suit. Cello's on me. I haven't even gotten your clothes yet. How do we know how they look on you? I'll save your thanks for later. You know, by tomorrow afternoon? Sure, it'll fit just great. That's kinda quick. So thank you. Since we left the store, all you've been doing other than humming is thanking me. Over a dozen times. Remember murmurs clear. Soon. What's the matter? I think I've heard it before. Maybe I haven't. Never mind. It's probably just my imagination. By the way, you study the cello, so why don't you have one of your own? Little pig. The teacher taught me how to play the cello, but it didn't take long for someone to mess it up. You know, it's still sitting back at home. By the time I leave the city, I will be able to bring the bow with me. Just the bow? What's the purpose of that? Seeing the bow is enough to remind me of my teacher. I'm afraid that if I were to lose the bow, I might forget my teacher as well. Forget? Don't you remember your teacher just fine? Actually, I was starting to forget. The teacher was a nice sancta lady with very long hair. She dressed plainly, always had a smile on her face. Was it like virtuosa? I used to remember a lot more, as if she was standing right before my eyes, but not anymore. Like a lot of others I wanted to remember. But I need a few keepsakes, to make sure that I won't completely forget. Keepsakes, eh? How about right now? What do you plan to remember the journey by? I suppose the signature would do just fine. What about Hibiscus who moved silent? Hibiscus, maybe an empty medicine bottle with its island logo? You're too easy to please. I guess this helps me remember. Actual object doesn't matter. What about me then? It would be this cello, wouldn't it? Maybe something else. The cello from my teacher didn't last very long. This one also. Yeah, no. I want to keep a coin that you gave me. Maybe punch a hole through it and fade as a pendant. Aww. That sounds like a pretty good idea. Money is how you remember me? Is there something wrong with that? I'll pick something else. Oh, it's a fine idea. Shall we head back home and practice? Actually, I was thinking, why don't we pay a visit to our journeys first? Oh? I pass. It's no secret that he gets all pissy when he sees me. So there's just a misunderstanding. It will get cleared up. We're saying that since the first day we met him. It really is some sort of misunderstanding. I think we're well beyond the point of clearing anything up. So yes, I pass after all. But that Johnny approved of you yesterday, didn't he? All misunderstandings have to be solved bit by bit. Let's go. I want to see him so we can try out the cello you just got for me. It'd be a shame if such a wonderful instrument didn't have a knowledgeable audience. Excuse me, are you busy right now? Yes, sorry, but now not a very good time. Just like you to answer a few questions. You're also free to not answer if there's anything you're not comfortable with disclosing. I'm gonna take my blood. I wouldn't do that without your consent. Okay. I don't want to believe it, but this shadow isn't something you can find in the afterglow after one morning of shopping around. You entered the cliffy patio, didn't you? I did. Both of you. Actually, Ebenholz got into an argument with a store clerk just so I could get into the store. Argument? Do you think you're closer and French enough for the cliffy patio? The clerk said something about being able to enter the store undressed appropriately. Do you see anything wrong with Kreide's attire? It purposely fault-finding because Kreide was wearing commoners' clothes. So you, a noble, have begun to fight for the commoners? I did it for Kreide. Regardless of whether he's a noble or commoner, his skill is more than worthy of the instrument inside that store. To deny Kreide the entry, but to sell those magnificent wares to nobles who needlessly fill their share system would be to treat the finest lumber as firewood. Yeah, but we have prestige, okay? We need to keep our rent at a high value. I didn't expect to hear those words out of your mouth. Kreide, go ahead and get acquainted with your new instrument. I'll come in Ebenholz and have him practice solo for a bit. Let's see if we can change some of his old habits. I wonder if we're gonna overall draw parallels doing this of like how Journey is slowly warming up into Ebenholz gonna be like also parallel with how the Afterglow residents react to the hibiscus. Hopefully, it would be neat. Change my habits, I dare say. Yes, sir, Journey. See, all misunderstandings have to be resolved bit by bit. Journey's attitude is already changing. The rest is up to you. Hello. You, that devil. Get out of here. You have memory problems or something? Sorry to bother you. Get your ass back here. You need something? You know, you should just leave. You're planning to go hide back in your office again, aren't you? You're being a bit unreasonable. Who the hell do you think you are? You still owe me quite a lot of coffee money. So who do you think I am? Oh, it's you, Herr Biegler. Sorry, didn't notice you there. Thank you. I mean, at least it shows that not everybody is a goddamn racist. Don't mention it. At the end of the day, the Afterglow is an infected settlement. Let's be lively here. Don't run into plenty you can't be reasoned with. Let's be careful out there. Thank you for the reminder. Here's my business card. I have the phone number of my coffee shop on the front side. Never first, you give me a call. You deliver too. Real fast. By the way, hasn't Landanda always been the one in charge of the Rhodes Island office? Did you just get dispatched over here? Actually, I'm here to investigate some strange happenings. Oh, Mr. Biegler, regarding your condition. Strange happenings? What kind of strange are you talking about? I haven't heard a thing. This is what happened. You're all actually, for some reason, getting well. That's impossible. How fares the situation? Lachmann's plans proceeded spectacularly. Graf Ortika's actions were largely within expectations. He did cause some hindrance to Lachmann. It's most likely accidental, did not incur any lasting consequences. It's nothing. I never expected Lachmann alone to tie for its island out of the afterglow. As for Cherney, I already had to expend most of the goodwill he's earned, not to mention copyrights. Just invite those haughty critics to the concert. But also that he held his nose into the glowing recommendation for a Nobel's album that he had nothing but disdain for. Someone like him, there's no going back now that he stooped to this level. What about the Sancta from a few days ago? I remember right, when she applied for entry to the city, she said she came from Latavano to immerse herself in Lithuanian culture. According to the records, she concluded her tour around Wiesterheim and left earlier today for the next destination. So we don't have to worry about her. Let's go. Should be on our way to Afterglow Hall. Our appointment with Cherney isn't until tonight. There's no shortage of fact work to be done. Plus, if that one ever decides to head to Afterglow Hall on a whim, or hired muscle won't be enough to stop him. That's when things get troublesome. Der Freischütz. That was a Freischütz reference. I did not look at the name of the stage, but okay, you know, I get now the stage description.
전황은 명확하다. 결단을 내려라. 내 놈들은 정토를 더럽힌 것을 후회하게 되리라.
얘들아, 도와주러 왔어.
I mean, this might be slightly suboptimal, but
실력 발휘해볼까?
do we put you? I think we could just put a tank there and it'll be done.
邊個敵人最惡冚，我哋會合。
내 놈들은 정토를 더럽힌 것을 후회하게 되리라.
To be fair, I feel like I can kinda skip doing the mechanics.
冷靜啲，
I
又唔好黑到
I'm
跪
a team like
低。
this.
就算你有啲骨氣，可惜使得咁多。
결단을 내려라. 내 놈들은 정토를 더럽힌 것을
Let's
후회하게
freeze the
되리라.
hell out of this place.
들으십시오. 사과야, 오늘도 잘 부탁해.
Probably. We'll also do something like this, probably.
말하기 좀 그런데 내가 일으킨 트러블은 나밖에 수습 못해.
Okay, my bad. We might actually need a healer. We can do this for a sec. Now we have to end this cycle of life. Yippee.
무사히 돌아올 수 있으면 좋겠네. 서둘러. 사과야, 오늘도
모든 것을 묻어버리기를.
We should be super stable though. But these two stages don't have that many enemies.
출격전.
Maybe I'm now too used to too many enemies because I've been doing like fire debaucher thingy in my off time. And they do 4 enemies at you. Jesus Christ.
사과야, 오늘도 잘 부탁해. 이것은 무참들이 내려준 힘.
Okay, now blisters perish.
다들 이쪽으로 와.
Guess I could really replace the
결단을
water,
내라.
but
내 놈들은 정토를
could.
더럽힌 것을 후회하게 되리라.
something like this.
지금부터 사과를 떠내기. 아니, 이거 칼이 아니었지.
I actually should maybe reread what the enemies also actually do. I don't fully remember.
할 거라고?
I guess not like it matters. No good. I had the triplets all throughout this entire piece. I thought we were trying to show off at first, but after a few sessions it's clear that you're not. Instead you're deliberately handling high difficulty passages with excessive flair, as if to obfuscate less technical passages. I fear you should already be quite familiar with this piece, so what's the point of fudging the easy sections? Point? Fudge my way out of this road, mechanical thrilling. What's that for an answer? You've lost your temper? Showing off? Fudging? It's just loaded words. The way I see it, I'm wasting time repeating the same piece over and over. No, repetition is the real training. Whether you understand or not, it doesn't matter to me. But you're going to be playing in my concert. Let's say it's no good, then that means it's no good. Keep practicing, and don't stop until you understand what I'm talking about. Fine, I also happen to want to know what manner of unfathomable creature I'm running from. Start from measure 17. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the matter? What was going through your head when you played that passage just now? Nothing in particular. Wrong. You're throwing a fit at me. Not warranted you specifically pointing that out to me. That was the best you've sounded all day. Are you joking? I need to joke around with you. All you can think about right now is how to shut me up, isn't that right? It's exactly the way to approach it. When I wrote this piece, I was also thinking of someone who always competes with me. You're not saying anything, so I assume you're still surely? Or do you have such a problem with me that you don't want anything to do with me anymore? I actually thought... About what? Thought you had a problem with me. I do have a problem with you. Hey, at least you're honest. You have a problem with me? And is it that I'm a noble? That is one reason, but not a particularly important one. It's true that I do not like nobles, but it does not stop me from applauding the music. Just as some nobles see me as unclean, that does not stop them from practicing my compositions at home. Even the fortunate ones, sheltered and blissfully unaware of the plight of man, with sufficient respect for music and the desire to pursue it, maybe for expounding the choice of life. I mean, music is a great thing to bring everyone together. Performance is virtuosic at times, yet perfunctory at others. Overall, it's as if one side of you is just trying to kill time, while the other half is going to create lengths for embellishments and fills, as if to prove to others that your problem is a matter of motivation rather than capacity. Let me be clear about this. This is a form of blasphemy against music, an attitude I absolutely cannot accept. Fortunately for you, you finally proved to me that you're not doing it on purpose. At least you have the ability to rid yourself of the state. What I suspect more now is that you had a talented teacher who was irresponsible toward his students. Yes, that's exactly the kind of person my teacher was. Thanks to him, I can perform a few pieces on pretty much every instrument. I loathe him from the bottom of my heart. But it actually is the case, his music must have been quite unusual as well. You're right about that. I don't want to talk about him anymore. No matter. Back on topic. I need you to remember how you felt today. I'm not telling you to keep holding your nose while you practice this piece, but I'd like you to remember the rhythms and expressions from this last time. The way you played those passages and transitions. Alright. Good, let's wrap things up. You must be tired from practicing for so long. I still need to take a look around the concert hall and meet with my sponsor. I need to get going soon. That's it for today. I have Ursula fetch something to drink for you and Kreide. Ursula? Ursula, where are you? She's dead. Kreide, have you seen Ursula? He looked herself outside again. She was going towards Island to fetch some medicine. It left about half an hour ago. Half an hour ago? Office isn't that far away. I'll down towards Island office to see what's going on. You two can go home. So I was about to go there with my camper, so I come with you. Holtz, want to join us? Not like I have anything better to do. Ebenholz, Kaiden missed the journey too. I came at just the right time. Cooking up some food. Like to join us in a bit. Hibiscus, where's Ursula? So Ursula's helping out in the kitchen. Well, if that isn't her journey, didn't you come here to pick up medicine? How'd you end up cooking? That was the plan, but I caught Hibiscus cooking, and then went out again. Wanna be better to impose and offer to lend a hand. Oh, you hear that takes care of tonight's dinner as well. It's all coming together. And Sappenholz and Kreide are here too. Need to make extra. How about Grandpa's portion? Grandpa has been asleep this whole time. I'm afraid he won't be able to join us at the table tonight. Whole time? Has this condition worsened? Don't worry, as far as I can tell, it's a common side effect of the medication, but we'll adjust to it soon enough. Alright. Hibiscus, what's this thing? Looks just like an apple. It's a very nutritious tuber. Great for your health. I haven't seasoned it yet though, so hold on a bit. When you're going to go check out the concert hall with your sponsors? I still have to fill up the tank before I go. That sponsor must be very dear to you, right, Head Journey? Yeah, ha. Quite opposite. Oh? At first, I truly thought the two of us kindred spirits. I quickly realized she's not the same kind of person as I. If I recall correctly, your true soulmate was the one intimately connected to Morgan and Arndt. Only to pass away before you completed that outpost. No, that makes it sad. That's right. When I think about it more calmly, the reason you rubbed me the wrong way from the very beginning might have something to do with the way this piece came about. Hearing you play Morgan and Arndt like that filled my heart with some dissatisfaction. Now that you've seen the light, so my heart has at least been shed. It's all thanks to all the hours of the intense instruction you provided. Otherwise... I see sarcasm as one of your bad habits? Maybe it is. It's fine, I don't mind. The way I see it, the most important quality a musician can have is sincerity. Sarcasm aside, even deeply rooted hatred, expressed using the proper techniques, is meaningful all the same. Let's go, it's time to make the most racist music in existence. Last dish is ready. If not for Ursula's help, doing all these dishes would have taken forever. Eating together makes it feel like we're one big family. Family, huh? Speaking of family, I wonder how Lava's doing back on the land ship. Lava? Lava's my sister, we were infected. She can be a handful at times, but she's a good egg. My eyes lightened up when you mentioned your sister, Hibiscus. Really? I was the kind of girl who remembers who's been good to her, even if she's better at expressing it. She's always getting into trouble. She's also infected, but unlike me, she's really into studying her own original arts. That's why she needs to pay extra attention to her diet. Plus she tends to miss meals or stay up too late because of her training. I always have to remind her. Oh my, I'm sorry. When I talk about lava, I can't help myself. It's going too cold. So let's again. I'm going to go change Kreide's Campus bandages first, and I'll be right back. Sorry, she sure loves her little sister. She does. That's what siblings are for. Can't help but wonder at times, when he had a brother or sister of his own, maybe a bit more easygoing. Ursula. Hibiscus, are you done changing his bandages? I'll be there in a moment. Coming. Thanks for waiting. Now then, don't stand down the ceremony. Go ahead and begin. Here you go. 1 order of pan-fried sauerkraut. Thank you. Funny, something normal to eat. Wait, huh? You packed some of her health food to go? I must admit, the taste was rather odd. I don't think it's good to waste food. You can eat that yourself tomorrow. Care for another bowl of soup, mynheer? Oh, thanks, I'm full. You don't notice anything off of your cooking when you were in the kitchen? You just go around tasting food, being someone else's kitchen and all. Besides, she does cook plenty healthy. I could see that much. Suppose I could also learn a thing or two from her biscuits. Change up my own cooking. Rather not. Yeah. Mynheer, I'm just joking. Come back. I'm back. How was it? Have you eaten yet? If not, thanks for the offer. I already ate out. I even saved a portion just for you. Sorry for making you do the detective legwork. It was hard for me to get it around right now. Don't fair about it. I'm also part of the afterglow. If I can find some way to improve the situation, it will benefit me just fine. Now for the data analysis. I must say, the setup surpasses my expectations. Far from it, mynheer. This is your farewell concert after all. If anything, it ought to be more grandiose. I was talking about the instruments. Ah yes, Dame Gertrude spent a significant amount of money procuring the highest quality instruments. Tried our best to meet you and your musicians' needs when it comes to the venue and the equipment. Now that you've had a good look around, if I'm not mistaken, I believe I still haven't seen the lounge. Ah, look at this sorry memory of mine. Right this way. That's strange. Why won't this door open? Is someone inside? Yes, someone indeed is inside. Dame Gertrude. Considering the significance of this concert, I'm personally inspecting the concert hall furnishings. That you would have to come handle such serious matters in person means that we have failed in our duties. Sincerest apologies. It's fine. I've heard... Right, Herr Cherry is also here? Yes, I am. What are you doing in there? I'm checking the lounge's interior. In my opinion, when the lounge does meet the bare minimum as set by you and your musicians, leaves much to be desired. Water stains on the mirrors, rusting on the door handles bleeding, small holes in the carpet, just to name a few of the problems. I told you before, this concert doesn't need so much pomp and flair. As long as things work, it's good enough. That will not do. It's your sponsor. My reputation is closely tied to the performance that you and your underlings put on. How many times do I have to tell you? They are musicians who volunteer to play in the concert, not my underlings. There's no difference in the eyes of the people you've invited. Have it your way. I'll open the door for you now. You're free to inspect the facilities yourself. Never mind. I'll just leave it in your hands. You not want to come in and take a look? Not in the slightest, so you can stop putting on airs. As you didn't want to see my face either, right? I'll to make things easy for one another. But surely your tone. That's how we've always talked to each other. I'll run along and do as you please. And proceed with the needed inspections here. I just hope that these mundane affairs will prove to be a benefit to you on the day of the concert, rather than a hindrance.
박사랑 다들 열심히 한 덕분이라는 건 알고 있는데 근데 박사 내가 쓰러뜨린 적도 있어? 어떤 놈인지 알려줬으면
Quiet, please,
좋겠는데.
ladies and gentlemen. Loud though that was, is no cause for alarm. Coming, I'll be right there. Hibiscus. Good morning. You're up early today. It's barely light out. Where's Ebenholz? He's still asleep. Eyes are all bloodshot. He'll stay up all night. Take him too. Heavy. False recovery? No idea what you're trying to say. You may not understand me, or you're just... Fine, I'll explain one more time. The reason I came to the Afterglow was to investigate why the infected people here were suddenly getting better. But according to our visits over the last few days, infected in here and the Afterglow are not getting better, but are exhibiting something called a false recovery. In other words, the patient's condition appears to be getting better, in reality it's taking a turn for the worse. Why would they appear to be improving then if they're getting worse? Let me explain it another way. Generally speaking, whenever the body is injured, the best outcome is for it to return to its original state. If it's unable to return to its original state, the body will mobilize its non-damaged parts to cover for the functions lost throughout the injury, process we call compensation. Right now, most of the infected in the Afterglow have activated the body's compensation functions, causing them to appear to be in very good shape. While inside them, where the eye cannot see, the severity of the neuropathy is rapidly getting worse. At their current rate, a certain cohort is about to enter the decompensation stage. Decompensation? Once the extent of the damage exceeds the body's maximum ability to compensate, natural equilibrium is broken. The patient quickly lapses into the acute excavation stage of neuropathy. The condition deteriorates sharply and becomes life-threatening. I can't wait until that everyone just turns into fucking neuropathy bombs. Actually, there are already people starting to enter the acute stage. How? I get a gist of what you're talking about, but what does this have to do with... Wait, I think that Kreide is at risk too. No, that isn't the problem. Based on analysis of our findings, though, you and Kreide seem to be the primary factors behind this occurrence. Kreide and I caused all of this? That's complete nonsense. After analyzing your activities and movements, I confirmed that you... Maybe something you're carrying is strongly correlated with the incidence of false recovery. For example, the work in a laundromat beside the residence said the day before that she felt especially good. The condition worsened dramatically last night. She was nearly taken to hospice care. I urge the two of you to cooperate with me. Any leads, please let me know right away. It's for the safety of everyone in the Afterglow. You can't think of anything at all? Nothing's coming to mind. And two of you come down to the office with me and let me check something real quick, just in case. Judging by the markers on one of you is a completely healthy man, and the other is in the stable phase of neuropathy. How could this be? Hibiscus, this time, is the owner of a music shop behind Afterglow Hall. Was a sedation. Thankfully he signed an agreement with the hospital in the Cliffy Patio that's already been picked up. Another case of false recovery? Wait, what? They would have? Didn't they? I guess he might have had a license to work outside of the Afterglow or something. I thought that they herded all the infected into the Afterglow. That's right, just yesterday afternoon he reported no discomfort whatsoever. I'll go follow up just to make sure the hospital doesn't find a way to re-engage on the agreement. Those two. I handle it. Then I'll be off. I have to ask again, is there anything you can think of? Any moment is the difference between life and death, so please. How about this, Ebenholz? Why don't you come with me first? Let's have a chat about this. Kreide, would you mind waiting a bit inside? Why did you drag me out here by myself? I apologize in advance if this comes off the wrong way, but... I want you and Kreide to keep some distance from each other. The sooner the better. Why are you telling me this and not him? You suspect that I purposely caused this so-called false recovery? No. If it were that simple, I'd be able to hand you straight to the Easterheimer 40s and solve the root of the issue. But the incidents of false recovery started before you arrived. Andante was the one who noticed. Otherwise I wouldn't have come to the Afterglow or even to Wisserheim. And why did you say that before I came? What about Kreide? I don't know, false recovery. You can buy it after he arrived in Misselheim. After he arrived in Misselheim? How could that be? Was roughly at the same time Kreide arrived in Afterglow. Indicators from a portion of the fact that he began to gradually improve. But his effect on the infected was so minuscule at the time that nobody else noticed except the forward careful Andante. After the two of you met at the registration, Kreide's influence suddenly strengthened. Based on the reports Andante submitted to the Woods Island landship, the nation would have taken at least half a year to deteriorate to its current state with just Kreide alone. After you arrived in just a few days' time, with the current situation in our hands, I need you to explain to me what exactly is going on here. I don't have an explanation. I need you to put the things on hold before the situation spins out of control. I hope you leave the Afterglow and Wieselheim as quickly as possible. What about the concert? Concert? That's what matters to you? I hear practicing a lot. False recovery is caused by some sort of arts, and the ensemble would amplify that, if anything. Wait, could it be that's you? Stop. I'll be frank. I hate nothing more than being unfairly accused. So the problem can be solved by respecting your feelings. I know. So give me some time. How long do you need? If things go smoothly, just a few hours. If not, I don't know, but I promise I'll be back. Alright, I trust you this once. I mean, I wonder what is up with that. And Kreide is very much not aware of it at all, I would say. Actually, why did... Maybe I forgot because I didn't play the first parts a bit ago at this point, but why did Kreide get to Wieselheim? Was it just because of his grandpa? Or was he like put here basically by Gertrude? It's all Gertrude's plan. I don't agree to this. Bad call, Hibiscus, you should never ask the German person. Have I ever lied to you, Musty? Ebenholz worked so hard to perform in the concert, and finally managed to win over her journey. He had perversity if he just worked away at this point. It would be sad. I'm missing the bigger picture. Talking about people's lives here. But... Ebenholz? Ebenholz, where are you going? Ebenholz! I guess he's gonna talk to Gertrude, right? Yeah. You look like you're out of breath. Did you run the entire way here? I urge you not to seek me out in this manner. Best of being exposed is... Exposed? You're starting to go pear-shaped. That's what you're worried about. I want to ask you something. Does the resonance from your so-called voice of Fontaine have any effect on other people? The resonance? Oh. As long as it's not deliberately directed, the voice of Fontaine's resonance should not affect others in any way. And why did Hibiscus see me in Kreide as the source of the false recoveries? Hibiscus? A Woods Island operator dispatched to Wieselheim. So Woods Island has termed the synonym false recovery? In concise description, as you would expect of such professionals. You knew about it after all. Guys, I think Gertrude might be evil. I mean, I would be evil too if my parents called me Gertrude, but still. If you're talking about the anomalies that have been happening to the infected and Afterglow recently, then yes, I do know. What exactly is going on? Stated simply, the voice of Fontaine within Kreide is damaged. Damaged? When you cast arts, the voice of Fontaine inside you will activate for assisting you, correct? Yes, I do hear a faint shrill melody as I'm casting arts. How can something like that be damaged? Kreide's voice of Fontaine has always been in an active state. That sounds like hell. Like how you are able to turn yours off. If evil, then why hot? You know, that's how Germans work. They come with an evil debuff, but they get also like plus 25% hotness. Or basically that. In other words, he's been unconsciously casting arts all around him, no ability to control it. If you ask him, he'll probably tell you that he's always been able to hear some sort of vague melody in his head. You can understand the phenomenon as leakage. This voice recovery is the product of the voice of mundane's leakage, and is currently increasing the activity of a wisdom in the surroundings, using the power of a wisdom to heal that nearby infected. To be fair, I feel like the story is not going where I expected it to go, which might be good, which might be bad. I hope Arknights must need to live, okay? I love my man. But I do not trust the Chinese. However, the source of healing energy is taken directly from the wisdom within the body of each infected. Using the infected themselves as arts devices, using the wisdom inside their bodies to enhance their compensatory functions. This is the false recovery caused by Arknights' voice of mundane. Arknights has been in a state for a long time, continuously affecting the infected around him. This has been going on for so long. Someone should have figured it out by now. I mean, she clearly did. The credit for that goes to you, Herr Ebenholz. Me? Resonance. Resonance amplifies the leakage of Arknights' voice of mundane, which is causing an explosion in the recent cases of false recovery. Association, yes. Alright, I see exactly what's going on now. I hereby withdraw from your plan. Freedom is at your fingertips. They're going to give it up just like that? Yeah, he's a good boy. I'm not crazy enough to buy my freedom with the lives of an entire swath of infected. You've been shaken by that woman from Old Island. This false recovery is indeed not a good thing, but your concert with Arknights is just a few days away. After a few days, your voice of mundane will be removed. Then you will leave Wieserheim. Nobody will even notice that we are short of a few infected. Excuse me, they're people too. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If you walk away now, Graf Ortika's shadow will follow you your entire life. Is that what you really want? No, but I won't do that either. Goodbye, Dame Gertrude. Where are you going? None of your business. Your footsteps sound rather unsteady. Are you getting a headache? I already told you. It's none of your business. And wait, this is like the tower defense game. I want to know what the story is. Okay, let's speed up some churns. Ooh, 2 lasers. I mean, why do we not just, like, go all in there? Maybe we can move this down. That's a bit annoying.
모두 계산대로다. 얼음과 눈이 녹아 사라진.
This stage seems like super straightforward with how much laser which they're giving you.
Con incapacitarlos basta, ¿verdad?
Maybe put you here.
다음에는 휠체어에 비행 추진장.
내 놈들은 잘못된 길을 의심치도 않았구나.
Something like this. I mean, this does also not seem too bad.
말하기 좀 그런데 내가 일으킨 트러블은 나밖에 수습 못해. 사과야, 오늘도 잘 부탁해. 하이 볼티지.
Well, I guess they're getting her to actually heal Exo. That's that easy. What skill actually I have that skill? Yeah, I mean that should keep Exo alive.
말해. 기능 소식 확인.
우연히도 얼음과 눈이 녹아 사라지네.
What the hell was this gold man?
모든 것을 묻어버리기를 기다리도록 하시.
Maybe I do want this.
邊度嘅戰場最兇險？我嚟頂
Why
上
they
去。
cannot go up because Lasers. How do actually lasers have priority? I did not. Okay, I will never beat this. He's a violinist.
사과야, 오늘도 잘 부탁해.
Fuck it. It's not gonna be useful,
경건하게
but
기도하십시오.
please the earth. Okay, that
내가 가지 이
hurts.
정도로 멈출 거라 생각하지 마라.
冷靜啲，又唔好嚇到跪低。都算你有啲骨氣。
Which one is the first, I think? I guess it would make sense.
노가 사라지네.
와, 아마도
I guess we
사과야.
kinda also don't
오늘도
need
잘
Myrtle
부탁해.
anymore, but... it's c'est la vie. Okay, imagine enemies.
뭐, 제일 먼저 자슈 every time.
Do you know how much time I got? I think it's a good question. Might be either. I think it's either. I think it's next Thursday that it's done. Might also be this. When did it start? I think it's either this Thursday or next Thursday. So I guess, I mean, you have like every ID. It's very quick to do. She's insane, absolutely insane. That's an entire district of people we're talking about. Besides, does he really think she can come away clean from the incident of the scale? I read along with her plan. We're the first one to take the fall. Actually, I think it must be next week since it was. Yeah, I think it might. I think if it is, it's next week Thursday. Since we got it like. We got this 1 week after we did get the event. Then the week after we got the sweepers. And now this week we gotta get the Mikado fight 1 week after the sweepers. So it should be next week that it's over. But hey, the Mikado fight will be there forever. If I went along with her plan, I'll be the first one to take the fall. Even though I'm losing this opportunity, there's nothing to feel bad about. I have other opportunities. I can afford to wait. I made it to Wisheim's customs office. I mean, I guess she basically showed him that there is a way to get rid of it, right? Professor Sebenholz is about to enter the customs office. An intense headache nearly knocks him off his feet. A coward on the run. I don't need you to tell me what to do. If I die in Urtica, I don't want to become a murderer like you. You fear. You're afraid. If you're snared by fear, never in your life shall you taste freedom. Shut up. Naive idiot. Tell me whatever you want. Do you think that woman can get you out of here so easily? Gets kidnapped. Good, it doesn't look like there's anyone here. I just need to be extra careful, make sure nobody sees me. Just a little further, I'll be in the uninhabited plate on the edge of the city. Is seriously planning to jump off the edge of a nomadic city? Huh? While that is technically the quickest way out of Wisheim, I would advise against it. Don't force my hand, Gertrude. I have no intention of doing that. But leave me alone and get out of my sight. Where do you plan to go? I mean, how about going towards the island? Wisheim will continue to move until the concert comes to an end. You have nowhere to go. Even if you risk life and limb to force your way out, in the barren wastelands await you. And warte. Step into the uncharted wastelands then. Rather die in the waste and spend another second in Wiesenheim? Correct. I understand how you feel, but you calm down first and let me finish. What more do I need to hear from you? Do you really want me to read everything to you right here, my dear Graf Ortica? Graf Ortica. Don't need to emphasize my title. I know what you're trying to say. First of all, I promise that under the current conditions our plan can still proceed smoothly. It's not our plan, it's yours. The semantic games allow you to sleep better at night, and so be it. Kreide's voice of the mundane is damaged, and Woods Island has also discovered its side effect. May a damaged voice of mundane cancel out another one? Even would Woods Island turn a blind eye? Indeed, Kreide's voice of mundane cancel join in resonance. As for Woods Island, where do you think we are? This is Wiesenheim, my domain. The little Fräulein Hibiscus is also infected. Letting her step into Lifanians only to keep us appearances with Woods Island. She can go nowhere but Wiesenheim. In any case, she only knows that there's something going on with you and Kreide, but doesn't know how it's happening. She has no evidence. I understand. You don't have the heart to bring harm up in the infected to have nothing to do with this. The way I see it, this compassion is extraneous, but if you truly wish to act up in it, it's even more important that you carry out the plan. How is it more important? Carry out a plan, and all those infected people die? I'll tell you the rest of the plan then. You see, it's a mercy, they would die anyways, something. You and Kreide will do that, and you will remove your own voice of mundane. Afterwards, I'll create some commotion in the concert hall, take advantage of the chaos to kill Kreide. No, and disguise his body as yours. Come on, 8 Malls, you're not gonna agree to this. What did you say? He has become the biggest scourge of the Afterglow. It's impossible for him to live on. You see, this is where I thought the story would go in the first place before we came with Kreide as the source of the infecting false recovery. That is just the plan is to transfer the mundane onto Kreide and basically it would kill him off. I swear to God, Ebenholz. Impossible for what? Don't be ridiculous. The biggest scourge of the Afterglow is none other than you. As I said before, all the scourges of the Afterglow come from Kreide's corrupted voice of mundane. Resonance exacerbates the leakage of the voice of mundane, an irreversible process. If you were to plummet off the edge of the somatic city, Kreide's voice of the mundane would not return to the relatively harmless state it was in a week ago. Man. More importantly, the voice of mundane isn't just harming the people around Kreide, it's also hurting him. He's the biggest victim of the resonance between you two. Oh, see, how wholesome. You know, you want to protect this man, you have been his downfall all along. You may seem perfectly healthy right now, but don't be fooled. It's just another example of false recovery. Kreide's body may have adapted to the voice of mundane in the past, but with the recent surge of leakage, this delicate balance is about to be thrown upside down. Optimistic estimate is that his good days will come to an end within 2 weeks. No. After that he will experience the intense suffering that occurs in the acute phase following the false recovery phase. The happiest ending for both him and the Afterglow would be for him to die following the concert. For you, for me, for the Afterglow, and for him. It'll be a good thing. Yeah, you kinda make it out like it's the only good outcome, but you know, you engineered all of this. You are the source of this. Would obtain a trump card I could pull out at any time. The Afterglow would obtain peace. Kreide would obtain his vest. And you would obtain your freedom. Is he really free? He's just a pawn for her then. Graf Ortica, rightful heir to Lifanian. The last of the Witch King's bloodline. Ah, I see. Freedom. For as long as I can remember, I've never known freedom. Poor child. No courtesy or greetings are needed, just listen to me. Even though you were born into a distant province far from the Witch King, you are indeed the last of his bloodline. Out of pity, I will not trouble you. Beyond that, you shall also inherit the fees passed down from generation to generation in your family. You will become the Laneslayer of Ortica. You will learn to take responsibility for your own subjects. You're about to take a completely different path from that of your disgraceful kin. I await you. This was my first memory. I was around 5 or 6 years old at the time. I can remember from before that. Only vaguely remember coming into contact with a strange thing called the Voice of Mundane and nearly lost my life. Staring at a pure white dress in front of me, I was filled with thoughts that I'd become some obscure little aristocrat. I thought I'd live the rest of my life in peace, with the exception of the occasional headache, and auditory hallucinations from the Voice of Mundane. I mean, you know, all in all, it doesn't sound too bad. I mean, there's a lot worse fates in Arknights universe. Your illustrious Highness, you should know to mind your words and actions, and to not leave the spire without good reason. I must remind you, everything that you are has been bestowed upon you by their majesties. Illustrious Highness, aren't you forgetting something? You ought to praise the majesties before you eat. All hail the queens. Illustrious Highness, we'll be learning a new piece today. The song expresses the gratitude of the nobles towards the majesties. Please keep that in your heart. Your illustrious Highness, Master of your original master is simply transcendent. Want something more elaborate? You need not to wear yourself out. Everyone around me did everything they could to limit my freedom. I'm studying in my mind an allegiance to the Twin Empresses. If that was the price of being able to live in peace and quiet, I was willing to pay it. I paid it for a very long time. I found my way to procrastinate. Let's go. Illustrious Highness, I should be frank from the onset. You are the true heir to Lifanian. I've been laying in wait in your spire for a number of years now. I'm sure you recognize me. Actually, Musty, like, if you really have no intention of doing it all, I feel like you can skip it in theory. It's not like there's anything really unique in it. I guess there's some lunacy in it, which might be a bit such to pass on. But I don't think you need any threat or any XP at this point in your life anymore. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's the most fun fight, but it should be not that long to just do. Been laying wait in your spire for a number of years now. I'm sure you recognize me. You don't have to say anything, just listen to me. You don't have to agree with me or repudiate me. That is not a German. A German would never say such a hard word. I'm running low on XP. Fair enough. It's time to beat up a furry then. I know that you're scared, that you don't want to lose even this life you have now, but you should at least know how those people see you, what they want you to do. I'm sure you know that the intendants the tyrants have forced upon you are setting up the banquet below. We'll take you there, let you see the truth. One of found me, grabbed me and pulled me up off the ground. My palm was drenched in sweat. Now that's the good stuff. I had no idea you had such exquisite wine down in the cellar. You flatter me. Ortica's countryside lacks just about everything, but there are indeed a number of master winemakers here. Good old German. And we've got to make sure to drink our fill before the little one grows up. Can't be leaving any for him. Man. What nice people. That's simply won't do. The boy has been under house arrest for a number of years. I'm looking for the right time to teach him how to drink. I have to fill him until he's a hopeless alcoholic. Yippee! Let's ruin this kid's life. I was entranced for a short while. You will become the Lacer of Ortica. Oh, so you still had the twig up your sleeves. Once the wand has been completely soaked with wine, it will be a load of the majesties. Half alcohol. You know, Rusty, don't become an alcoholic. Don't become Ebenholz. Shh. Yes, right. Screw me, mate. Yes, I have to repent with another class. I mean, I do understand that you barely leave your home, but alcohol is not a solution. Play more gacha games. That is the right addiction to ruin your life. We'll learn to take responsibility for your own subjects. But remember, these words don't leave the wine table. You can allow the boy to have heirs. That's the order from on high, with my life on the line. If that's that big of a deal, why don't you find an apothecary? No, come on. Won't work. Leave a paper trail. Or by letting him usher his own downfall, my task consider complete. Ambitious. Truly ambitious. Come, let us drink to that. Hey, at least they really went out of the way to make sure that, you know, nothing would fall back to them, huh? Now, if only they would not, you know, talk so openly about their plans. About to take a completely different path from that of your disgraceful kin. If I can get rid of the boy without getting my hands dirty, an Ortica will be mine. I will drink to that! Prost! Prost. Did you hear that, boy? This is the peaceful, easygoing life you wanted. Herpenholz. Herpenholz? You fell over on the spot. Almost had you sent to the hospital. Feeling a little better? I'm perfectly fine. About the plan. I don't want to hear it right now. I'm going. As I said, you can leave at any time. Don't come pestering me again. But you have to forgive me for being bad at following orders. Welcome back. Your complexion looks terrible. What's wrong? Did you get sick? I'm fine. You sure don't look fine to me. Go rest in bed and I'll boil some water for you. There's no need. Relax. I used to take care of Grandpa when he first got sick. Just lie down and let me handle the rest. If you don't get any better, I'm going to tell Hibiscus. I'll be right back. Graf Ortica endures a splitting headache and lies there in bed. His conscience gradually blurs. Man. Poor boy. I do get some of his attitude, and it must be horrible that everyone treating him just like this highborn with a spoon, golden spoon in his mouth. Depraved maggots. Huh? He will destroy your exalted bloodline. Shut up. Self-deprecating trash. Wonder where the overall Arcadian plotline's gonna go. I think the Witch King, I guess I don't know enough, but I think the Witch King was not considered the best king, right? But I assume this is kind of set up by the Twin Empresses too. You know, they also don't sound too great. Sound of a cello comes from afar. The sky is blue and fine. His headache is no less intense, but the voice in Graf Ortica's head is drowned out by the melody from the cello. A wave of reprieve rushed over him. Trees lit by in song. This melody sounds somewhat familiar. I wonder. I get it. You played more Arknights. I get there. I mean, I guess it's still right till I get there. After this, we have one more Laterano side story, and then either I do a bit of Vine Lab already, or I do just chapter 13. I will see how I handle it. I would love to go back to the main story though. This quick 20-minute adventure to just, you know what, let's get Laterano out of the way because I know I will need it later. It is starting to be a long adventure. But hey, it is kinda nice that the game actually, you know, that the side stories actually have consequences. Don't need to do Lone Trail. Okay, I don't need to do Lone Trail immediately, but I do want to do Lone Trail before chapter 15. Yes. Okay. Who hacked Mastisha? What's up with this man? But yeah, what do I want? Like, yeah, I at least really enjoy that, you know, the side stories actually have consequence, even if it makes getting to the main story even longer. River Murmurs clear. Where have I heard this before? Where? My heart. I don't know why I find this funny, but that expression on this man. Ja, weg. Bye. Just stay put for now. Hibiscus just came over into blood when she saw the state you were in. She said there's nothing wrong with your body, and you might be overstressed and worn out. Overstressed. Heh. I heard someone playing the cello just now. Was it you? Okay. I sure do wonder who played that cello, man. Yes. Where did you learn that melody? Maybe someone hummed it to me when I was little. I don't exactly remember. When you were little. When you were little? Huh. You're that... What? The beaten calf Ortica struggles a few times, but nevertheless is unable to crawl out of bed. But those dusty memories within his mind awakened by the sound of the cello flashed once more before his eyes. I love musicians. I do love my doomed yaoi. But you know, music is actually kinda neat. Let's go, we got a man, one more German for my team.
안녕하십니까, 박사님. 저는 체른이라고 합니다. 제가 가진 매력과 정취는 모두 제 음악 속에 담겨 있지요. 저라는 사람 자체는 그저 평범한 연주자에 불과하니 이 이상의 소개는 필요하지 않을 겁니다.
Should I really question how his shield works, though? I guess it... So it is a piano, right? Is it... But there's also strings and everything. What are the strings for? Well, is it basically some sort of folding piano or something like that? How does this work? What do you mean shield? Isn't that supposed to be a shield that he uses in combat then, I assume? But it is a funky piano for sure. I mean, that for sure is like, I assume it's like a mixture between an instrument and a shield, right? We have more mechanics. I guess I will see how he actually uses that thing whenever I level him up. No. They offer sacrifice not to the deceased figure, but to the figments within their own hearts. So these are the only ones left of His Majesty's bloodline? Those wretched women were quick at their handiwork. That's the best we can do. I still say that we shouldn't be treating His Majesty's melodies so frivolously. What do you think we should do then? I think we should be a little more cautious here. Cautious? Our people are being slaughtered day after day. We want to be cautious? This is our last chance. Even bringing His Majesty's bloodline melodies won't revive all of His Majesty's powers. At the very least. Oh, how old am I? 2? 3? That's also always what I ask myself as a toddler. In the middle of a rundown building, look around at my surroundings, bewildered. The man who brought me here told me that both my father and mother had already been lynched. At the time, didn't even understand what lynching and death meant. Yippee! He even told me that from here on out, this would be my home. I was going to be part of a grand plan. The flag was on my side. I'd even become Lithanian's next ruler. I don't get it. I don't get any of it at all. You know, you must realize if you're a kid like this, you're just there as a puppet to be used by people that have grand ambitions. The only thing I understood in my confusion was that I probably wouldn't ever get to go back to my room. The sunlight beamed in every morning. And I tell you already, it's impossible to make a person into a vessel for the voice of mundane. You knew it wasn't possible? Did you let any of us know you were against the plan before we started that? And now, only after they started to bite the dust, are you complaining? Don't make me laugh. No, let me tell you, this isn't a waste. This is the price you must pay for our success. As long as one of them survives, we won't have to hide out here in the provinces like thieves. Victoria versus Casimir's. There are more parties interested in our plans than we can count. As long as we succeed, the armies will help secure our revenge against those awful women. So yeah, you want to get rid of the Empresses. That day the lady who had been taking care of us disappeared. When she was gone, the one who brought us our meals but didn't stay with us started arguing with each other. But why did they, like, choose a noble to be the vessel for this? Is it, like, bloodline related? Can only, like, basically someone related to the Witch King get the voice of the mundane? Is Krayt in some way related to the Witch King too? Just, you know, some bastard bloodline that is not acknowledged. I didn't understand what they were arguing about. All I knew was that the lady who sang songs for us probably wasn't going to be back again. If I remember correctly, this is how the song goes. The sky is blue and fine. The breeze lifts by in song. River murmurs clear. My heart is filled with hope. I think there was more to the song, but she never sang that part to us. What is it this time? Out of it. That's another one of them dead. So what? We're making progress. Yeah, you know, next one will survive 5 minutes longer. Next time, we move the operating room farther away and add some soundproofing material. We'll definitely get there. The weather got cold, and then warm. Or maybe they were just experimenting on other people before they perfected it, so then put it in Ebenholz. But yeah, I don't know why they need the voice of the mundane in him. I mean, if he is already like an heir to the Witch King, couldn't they already like form a movement around him, basically petition all the other houses of the other countries and stuff like that? At first, those men would make a huge ruckus whenever someone disappeared. We actually complained less and less. Our meals got worse too, but at least we were able to fill our stomachs, thanks to there being fewer mouths to feed. Perhaps this is just how man is meant to be. Before you know it, they disappear. Yeah, you know, it's natural to die. And so did their things too. Like the cane that belonged to the old granny, the music box that belonged to a boy, The wand and the wisdom dice that belonged to an older man. But there were also things that stayed with us, like the song the girl liked to sing. There was a boy who learned the song and he liked humming it. Das Kreide. Just what are we doing? Put His Majesty's bloodline under our protection. Or we need to send him to their deaths. Okay, so yeah, I guess they are all blood relatives. Wake up. This is a necessary price to pay. Make sure His Majesty's bloodkin can wield his power properly. You have to make these sacrifices. We're learning more and more about the voice of Mundane. We'll succeed soon enough. What about those who died? Oh, let's stop these crazy experiments. Let's start over with new identities and waste the few we have left. Might our squad become fine men like His Majesty? Stop dreaming. We need the voice of the Mundane. Then explain what it is. Really. Then, after a year or perhaps two, I really have no idea. It was just me and the boy. I started trembling in fear every time those men came to our room. I guess Gertrude was also already back then part of the plan, otherwise she would not have that much knowledge about the voice of the Mundane, right? That's also how she knew that Kreide would have it and everything. When he saw that, the boy would comfort me and tell me that everything was alright before standing in front of them. Then as soon as they were gone, he would sing the song. My heart is filled with hope. You two have been here for a long time. You may be kids, but you figured it out already, haven't you? You're His Majesty's only surviving bloodkin, after all. You don't want to make this too ugly. Let you decide who will be next. We've made vast improvements to our technology. It might succeed, most likely. Which of ever of you that undergoes the experiment might become a really truly amazing caster. We aren't stupid. The man in the noble attire told us the same thing the few times before that. But none of the ones who left with him ever came back. Yeah, because they're now the most amazing casters in all of Lithanian. Just trust me, bro. My legs trembled. I looked at the boy next to me. His lips were pale too. He didn't want to disappear. Why did I want him to disappear, but... He noticed my gaze and turned to me and spoke those words as his lips trembled. Man, Kreide was a real homie. I'd do it. When I heard him say that, I couldn't keep myself upright anymore. My legs gave out, and I fell to the ground. I lived alone in the empty room for 2 whole months. And on a rainy night, they brought the boy back. His eyes were closed, and he bit his lips hard, but he was alive. It was a miracle. But mere days later, he was taken from the room again, never to be seen again, just like the others. Sorry, it was broken after all. He was still humming the song before he left. My heart is filled with hope. A few days came and went. It was finally my turn. Followed those two. On our way, I saw many rooms that I had never seen before. There were all kinds of devices and equipment inside. We arrived in a small room that was completely white inside. The woman in the spire caster attire told me to lie down on the bed. She was wearing a white surgical mask and gloves and had a very strange feel to them. She put a mask over my face, and that was the last thing I remember. Hey, at least, you know, they did not need to experience it awake. I was woken up by their cheers. When I awakened, it felt like there was lava burning my brain and twisting my eyes. The pain lasted, how long was it? Days? Weeks? Months? Nevertheless, as time went on, the pain slowly weakened. In the end, I would get bouts of intense pain that quickly subsided. I waited for them to carry me outside like everybody else, but they didn't. Not only that, they started to fall on me, gave me more food, and let me run outside in the country yard. They started giving me lessons to teach me how to read, but, most importantly, use original arts. Very solemnly, they gave me the wand and the original dice, belonged to the old man who told me to cherish them, so they're part of His Majesty's collection. Okay, I was not wrong when I saw his pride and say he has dice with him. I guess that's where they're from. Thereafter, whenever I showed any aptitude for arts, he would shower me with praise. Of course, these days didn't last very long. Is this all we get with this boy? From the looks of it, even if we pushed him to his limits, we'd only be able to arm wrestle a single emphasis voice fighter. Perhaps we should adjust his voice of mundane energy fluctuations like the last one. Forget it. What are you afraid of? If you improve... You can't. Dare talk back to me? We had so many verses of Voice of Mundane. It's the only one that can still be played. At 15, Jesus Christ. As much as he's Bloodkin, and this boy is the only one left. Yeah, surely, but you killed the Chosen One like 3 tests in. We raise him right. Might I be able to flee to another country and buy ourselves official appointments there? More importantly, His Majesty's bloodline will continue. If he ends up buggered like the other kid, then the only way we'll have to make it up to His Majesty's by taking our own lives. Yeah, you know, just wait till he sires some children, and then we can do the same thing again. Yippee! Honestly, it's time to get Ebenholzer harem. He has a life mission now. No, don't. Please. Next day, they were gone too. They didn't take their own lives. Well, it was because the Empress's boys they kept talking about were here. I sat in the empty room and listened to the screams outside. Couldn't help but feel a sense of joy. You know, understandable. They have just been experimenting on you. After all, they love to talk about His Majesty's bloodline. And now, what they feared the most, the destruction of this cursed bloodline was finally about to happen. Elegantly tossed man kicked the door in and entered. This must be the Empress's voice. He looked at me and neither lowered his weapon nor attacked. He was probably hesitating. Hesitating for what? Picked up my wand and pointed at the Empress's voice. The original dice started to revolve around me. As I expected, he dashed toward me unbelievably quickly and struck the brass instrument on my head hard. Oop. Down he goes. At least he didn't kill him. Why did they keep him alive, though? Strike was the very thing that divided my short life into 2 wildly different halves. Graf Ordica has forgotten how he found himself handcuffed to this chair. This weekend Hattacus serves the only reminder that the Witch King's final melody yet lives in his head. As Regent, managing the Grafsaft, has told him with scorn there is an artifact left behind. By the one whose name we dare not speak. And it's no longer separable from his body. But he has no idea at all how he became one with that thing. He remembers now. What should he do? What can I do? I'm also wondering if there's actually any historical thing actually related to this with like actual German history or overall Franco history or something like that. But maybe if I'm actually healthy I would be able to figure it out. Well, it's time to learn about something. Foundational to a proper performance, the coherence and fluency to the music must be ensured. Hey, it's Aya, let's go. Look at her. How spooky. Why is everyone with a red eye evil? Oh, so I see we need to light them long enough. Weird, it's like something in front is blocking the realigned flux. It's alright, it's the realigned flux charging a resonator with energy. Let's put the resonator in contact with realigned flux for a while and you'll activate the resonator. Once operators are deployed on active resonators, we'll get a new realigned flux originating from their position without any connection to a tuber. Understood. Oh, that might be kinda neat then. If I actually get somebody to be deployed, don't kill Cardigan. Cardigan.
전장에서는 너희 공격 따윈 안 먹힌다고!
First resonator active. Let's keep it up and minimize the impacts of the excess energy disturbance.
수 있는 만큼 할게요.
That is rude. Guess I can. Okay, I can only place down once it is cleansed. Was I too hasty when I did this? Did I somehow fuck up the easy tutorial? You know, I feel like it's more air time.
열심히 할게요. 명령을 내려주시겠어요?
I mean, ideally, I feel like I would. I think I've not been doing what I wanted me to do at all, did I? Let's see how this goes. This might be what we call a problem. I have no tie. Man, turns out I'm getting skill issued. I mean, I guess, can you 3-star this even? I mean, I should just 3-star. It's like Choba animes. Are we
괜찮아요.
am I supposed to I'm not quite sure what I actually was supposed to be doing. You know, I'll figure it out. Am I supposed to keep going wide first? Am I stupid?
알았어.
It's like... Maybe I am supposed to go wide first, but she does not survive this long, right?
전장에서는 너희 공격 따윈 안 먹힌다고.
Guess we can do this now.
할 수 있는 만큼 할게요.
That's also not better. I kinda hate this.
오케이.
I mean, that's also very fucked, though. Am I stupid? Don't answer that.
어디서 뭐가 어떻게 잘못된 걸까?
Well, yeah, maybe I was supposed to just light it this way, but I figured this would block it. I guess let's go like this. I get it. Well, I get it in theory. One cardigan.
좋았어.
And then
너희
you
공격 따윈 안 먹힌다고. 알겠습니다.
Why do you go for her first there? Can we do something like this?
오케이.
Oh, that does go to the... Okay. Sorry, I thought this would actually stop it. Maybe I am stupid. I'm still far from the ideal, I would say at least.
알았어.
시시.
쓰러져라.
This is free. This is free. I guess just
열심히
all
할게요.
the damage up front. Let's go.
쓰러져라.
선배, 화재에 주의해주세요.
Kill those goats. We'll never know what hit them. Yippee.
박사님의 지시 덕분이네요.
I cleared the trivial tutorial. Are you proud of me, chat? Well, yeah, that should make it super easy to have more lasers on the map. In theory. Let's go. I think we're gonna do... I mean, we're at least gonna do this one. Maybe one or two more. I might not stream till 10 fully. How do you feel? All better now, right? I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I'm sure of it. The both of us are. I'm going out for a bit, so stay put here. You're going out again the moment you feel a little bit better? That's so me. I should probably be in bed right now, but where's the fun in that? I've got work to do. That's fine and all. But shouldn't you at least wait until you've recovered? Don't worry about me. Biscuit said the same thing. After you wake up, it'll be best to keep resting for a while and monitoring your condition. It's an emergency. Conrad can't wait, alright? And there's not a whole lot of time left until the concert. I think the most important to do until then is to make sure you're healthy and well practiced. I'm sure that's what you want to. Can you stop pestering me with that right now? Pestering? That's what I meant. Sorry about that. I have to go, so don't get in my way. I'll be back as soon as I can. Do you really can't tell me what you're going to do? If everything goes well, we'll know soon enough. Alright, your suit. What about it? I made an appointment to pick it up this afternoon. Won't be able to go with you. You should go get it yourself. I'm about to bring your cello with you and play a little passage as you're trying it on. Make sure there aren't any areas that feel uncomfortable. I'll be back. Clearly we find a good solution and Wood Silence is gonna fix this. You again? Yes, it's me. I'm here to ask you to put this concert on hold. At least don't let Ebenholz and Kreide play together. What did you say? Something terrible is going to happen in the afterglow if those two play together. So, if what you're saying is true, my recent improvement was due to the so-called false recovery caused by Ebenholz and Kreide. As soon as this phase is over, I'll become critically ill, my life will be in danger. That's right. I've been around him a lot, and the symptoms will also be a lot more pronounced. Others who've had less contact with them are also affected. If I let the two of them play together, is there a high possibility that people will die? Correct. And though I don't know the exact reason, having the two play together seems to amplify the effect they have on the surroundings. How likely are we talking about here? Can't say for sure right now. Other than me, Wilson is life-threatening danger. Over a dozen people from the afterglow have already been hospitalized in the Cliffy Patio. Cliffy Patio? In other words, they've already left Ebenholz and Kreide's effective range. That should be the case. They have a clear picture of the situation. Your answer is no. What? I'm not asking you to cancel the whole concert. You can just cut Ebenholz and Kreide's part, or even have someone else perform the duet. I can prove that the duet will cause harm to people other than me. Then I cancel the concert right away. Well, it seems that's not the case. You have no idea what would happen if they play together. I can't simply throw away the efforts and aspirations of everyone in the afterglow over these illusory concerns. Efforts and aspirations. I understand how much this concert means to you, but you don't understand anything. If you truly understood, you wouldn't throw around the word "but" so lightly. Unfortunately, you cannot change the concert schedule on your word alone. Mr. Cherney, please give me a straight answer. What makes this concert more important than the lives of the infected? What are you talking about? Is it just that I'm disregarding people's lives? You kinda are. I'm just saying. Hibiscus, hibiscus. Miss Ursula. Come take a little stroll, won't you? What? Come now. Let's head out and calm down first. We can talk about this later, okay? Mine is gonna end it all. If everything Gertrude said is true, then Kreide won't survive this. Oh, there must be some way. Some way to come out ahead on both fronts. Man, maybe you should talk about this to Hibiscus. I don't know, man. Journey must know something. No, he's just a musician. Wouldn't be able to help. Should I tell Kreide the truth? But what good would that do? Wits Island? Someone like Hibiscus is only going to send me back to my cell in Urtica. Come on, she's not that bad. Emphasis voice? What am I even thinking? Is this a suicide mission? People all around me. I mean, there are always is or something, right? And I've been going in circles. I'm standing out too much. Need to go somewhere less crowded. Have I seen that man before? Be careful. Definitely the crowd. Right, the rumor. There was that rumor. I've got to get to the bottom of this rumor. Who knows? Might even be some clues, or the person spreading the rumor might know something. It's all up to me at this point. You sure? This is the best opportunity we're going to get. The longer things drag on, the less time we have to only make things harder. Alright, hurry up then. I'll go report to the higher-ups. Counting on you, Herr Lachmann. That is Lachmann, huh? This works sure as demanding, physically and emotionally. It's hard enough spreading the rumors, now I even have to go there. Sewers? He's heading into the sewers? I don't have to follow him down there. Time to act. Hold it, right there. Who are you? Don't turn around. Tell me, was sent you to spread rumors in the afterglow? We've got the wrong idea. I just happened to overhear. I've been following you the whole time, Herr Lachmann. I connected the dots just now. You were one fanning the flames before, spreading rumors that have that mob across Hibiscus. You have a pretty good memory. Speak. Who sent you here? What were you planning to do in the sewers? What wonderful timing. I'm so quite curious as to what Herr Lachmann planned to do in the sewers. Don't turn around, or else. Coffee man? No. What do you think will happen? But he was nice. He was nice to my Hibiscus. How could he play with my feelings like this? Oh, that's gonna be annoying to move around. Why would he do this? Do I want... Let me put you here. It's kind of awkward. Actually, you're gonna be in the... I guess you can move it from there. And do something like this. I mean, if we get this going, it's gonna be pork. Stop digging, my man. We don't have any respect for Mr. Silvash. Let's go. I mean, that is beautiful range. And then we freeze hell over. Does it matter? I guess I can put it down.
어머, 실력 발휘해볼까?
내가 당신의 보고를 듣게 될지
This is also probably peak
생각해본 적
place
있어?
to, yeah, just heal everyone.
눈
The caster could has targets on V-line flux, stunning them and continues dealing AS damage. By cutting off nearby V-line flux. That sounds smooth. I'm gonna stay with the assessment of this sounds smooth.
Con incapacitarlos basta.
My ex, so she did nothing.
우연히도 어른과 노물이 녹아 사라지듯.
My manuals are slowly perish.
Entendido.
That's what he gets.
Así nos ahorraremos el esfuerzo.
이벤트는 여러 번 나가봤지만 이런 카오스는 본 적도 없다고.
What is...
이 얼마나 하찮 실력 발휘해볼까?
What the hell do I do with the side now? I mean... Clearly this will not happen again.
serve trattenere. Una volta svelato un segreto, non c'è nulla da nascondere.
I guess if I get... I kinda really would have you here right now. You know, this seems wild, but sure, let's do something like this. I guess the upper side might also need help. Okay. Are they actually bringing in any of those bosses again? No. What was its bottom line? Really only one enemy? That was a debate. Who are you? I told you not to turn around. Let the mark get away. I said, who the hell are you? Easy now, my dear Graf. Settle down. Official identity can be a bit messy to explain, so just treat me as a spy. I'm called a Beakler. You, why'd you have to jump out at this exact moment? The man escaped because of you. Considering he ended up down in the sewers, I'll take him a long time to find another exit. Besides, you stopped him before he went into the sewer. Mostly the two of you saw that you were in a disadvantageous position and tried to put on a little show to try to fool me. You seriously think we're in cahoots, he and I? You're going to tell me that someone coerced you into going to see Gertrude. Spare me the bad jokes. You're worth much more than he is, Graf Urtica. You can't stop me. When it comes to combat ability, it's true that I can stop you, but think carefully. This is a job straight from their majesties. Take a look. I've dealt with these things since I was 6. Person don't mind your snark. They best show some self-restraint when it comes to the majesty's affairs. Restraint? When you, a lowly spy, figure out I've got the wrong person, you're going to be the one begging for forgiveness. I don't seem to understand the situation you're in, my good Graf Urtica. But enough of that. Don't try to stall for time here. Come with me. Where to? Where you belong. Don't worry, we've prepared detention facilities for suspects from all walks of life. I'm sure you'll enjoy the finest treatment. Yeah, you know, I don't know if I would go willingly with just, you know... We have prisons even for rich people like you, don't worry. Let me tell you something, Herr Beakler. Ready to beg for mercy? Was it a bribe? Here's the letter, I'd be more than glad to oblige. Man, I doubt a little bit of money is enough for you to let me go. Why do I get the impression that you'd take me away regardless, even after you pocketed the money? But he gets rich afterwards. Clever boy. I find you rather easy to get along with, Herr Beakler. You remind me of the Urtica I know so well. Most of the people are just as upstanding as you. I'm honored to hear that. All I really want to know is what that man is doing in the sewers. But you're the one who stopped him right under my nose. Well, this is a bit embarrassing to say. I wanted to resolve things up here. All my agents like to tell stories that would make you want to hurl. But once that instantly killed your appetite for the day, the worst all came from the sewers. If your stomach is upset, perhaps you should go for a cup of coffee to smooth things over. I'd love to. I'd much rather find out what he's doing down there. I might as well go after him. This is all your fault, Herr Beakler. As long as you let me head down, you can keep pointing your wand at me. I won't try to run. I will warn you in advance. There will be consequences for running away from me without authorization, regardless of the reason. What kind? Will you put me down? At least be stripped of your status, if you've proven innocent in the future. You'd never be able to step into the spire of Urtica ever again. It's not like he would mind, I think. Wouldn't fight me with a good time, exactly. Might be more inclined to try running now. In any case, don't you insist on heading down there. After you, Graf Urtica. I'll be keeping a close eye on you. Hibiscus, this isn't a lecture, but you can't speak to mein Herr that way. But, Mr. Journeys, there's lots of things you can say, even this old lady to see him. Please come in. Do you know how the Afterglow got its name? I don't. Mein Herr once said, it's precisely because night falls that the Afterglow is even more precious. The long veil of night were to never lift. What could be more dazzling and awe-inspiring than the warm Afterglow? It's a wonderful saying, but... Oh, the two over there. Frau Ursula and Hibiscus? Come, if you want to chat, do it over here. Why the long face, Hibiscus? Did something happen? If you heard that my food isn't healthy enough, I also have sparkling water here. Now we are in Germany, let's go! Come. We're still... Let's not bleach him this time. Frau Ursula, what's wrong with Hibiscus? Did she get into an argument? No, none of that. Enough fun, I'm guessing. I was telling Hibiscus about the history of the Afterglow. The Afterglow's history? No, that's something I couldn't be more familiar with. Not bragging either, but I bet I know even more than Frau Ursula here. Afterglow didn't used to be a residential area for the infected. It was one of Weiserheim's industrial plates. Don't understand me just because I'm setting up shop over here. Back in the day, I was in charge of feeding hundreds of associates. Man, and now we're selling sauerkraut on the street. Industry? Could it be that this place was turned into an infected residential area because of the spread of apathy due to industrial waste? Industrialization did bring a lot of infected here, but back in Lifealian's old days, there was no such thing as a ghetto for infected. I won't keep rambling on. One year, Weisheim constructed a magnificent concert hall that shocked the world with but a single order from His Majesty. Known now as our Afterglow Hall. Back then, that's not what a concert hall was called. His Majesty? Which one are you referring to? I mean, this is the Witch King. Oh, dear Hibiscus, let's not worry about the details, alright? It is His Majesty. I get it. When the concert hall was completed, he still reigned, nobody dared to say anything. But he left us suspicious quickly, and Graf Strollo, who took over Weiserheim, hated this concert hall. So what? Just filled the whole area with the infected? Maybe hate isn't the right word, but rather was too quick to show loyalty? Shh, no random guessing. A few years later, the powers issued an order to supposedly improve the treatment of the infected. The Graf at the time took the opportunity to lump the concert hall together with the industrial plate, turn it all into the infected ghetto. I looked all over, and before that, there were no such things as infected quarters anywhere in Lifealian. Count the Graf at the time, wasn't that very same Dame Gertrude? It was either her father or Holder's brother. If you remember, well, it wasn't actually her. Though the Graf at the time designated this area for the infected, didn't care whether the people in it lived or died, even with all the industrial facilities torn down. Obviously, to have us fend for ourselves. So among the nobles, this place became known as the Afterglow. The concert hall also became the Afterglow Hall. Name Afterglow represented the idea that we wouldn't last long, just like the last rays of light in the evening. That's simply cool and unusual. You know, we love racism against the infected. That's pretty over the top. But for the Afterglow at this time, the word was a perfect fit. Everyone fought desperately to survive, to let the lingering rays of sunlight on the horizon struggle for just a bit longer. We set up stalls, ran errands, some of us even turned into hired thugs for rich people in other places. Those were some chaotic years. Later on, Attorney stepped forward. Stepped forward? He started out as a nobody. He had written a few pieces, but since he wasn't infected, everything was published anonymously. His works are magnificent, even attracting attention from the fancy folk atop the spires. Once they saw that her journey was on the afterglow, they quickly turned away and left. It was until he wrote Morgen und Abend. Ursula would be more qualified to speak about Morgen und Abend than me. I'll turn the floor over to her. So yeah, that is partly why he does not want to strike it, I get it. Miss Ursula? Well, it's actually quite simple. The one who taught piano to Mynheer had a daughter, and she was good friends with him. The two were on very good terms. They were just about as good as each other. They were awfully competitive, always trying to one-up the other. Sadly, the girl passed away when Mynheer was 20 years old. Losing her was a huge blow to him. Day in, day out, he spoke hardly a word. He grew thinner and thinner by the day. Until finally, he showed a stack of sheet music, but made his newest composition, and he wasn't gonna publish anonymously this time. The Gräfin, then, she was the very same dame you mentioned. Still don't know why, but the Gräfin sought out Mynheer. He became a sponsor, and also went along with all his ideas. She gave him her full backing, finding that in Morgen und Abend carried a journey, and spread it all throughout the afterglow. I mean, she cannot have been plotting this for so long, right? Did she? I can imagine that. I was starting to understand a bit of what Mr. Journey meant in his saying. Morgen und Abend was so popular and beloved, the folk in the spires couldn't blind eye anymore. They had no choice, they had to acknowledge Mynheer's talent. So then, Mr. Journey began to cultivate people in the afterglow who had musical talent. That's right, seeing as how we are in Lithanian, one thing we aren't short on is musicians. We may not have any talent, but even I. Stop it, we're just being humble. Years ago, I used to play the accordion while yodeling about your pickled cabbage. Back in my factory days, I had to get everyone up for lunch. It was easier to use an accordion than to shout. Anyway, as music became a part of the afterglow, our worst days finally passed. Composing, performing, teaching, making instruments. Plenty of folk published their compositions anonymously, and most performers can't leave the afterglow. But still, money poured in gave the afterglow a foot in the door. But before long, Mynheer got into some big fight with the Gräfin. Big fight? Looked like a clash of ideas, rather than such things. The Gräfin stayed the heir's patron, and the two have hardly made contact since. Man, imagine, having a font where actually umlaut are part of it. Andante, what's wrong? Arknights' grandfather, he's gone missing? I head back right away. Oh no. Where would he go? Thank you very much. See you. Goodbye. Hope to see you again. If anything doesn't fit quite right, bring it back and I'll fix it for you. It's already so late. It should be back by now, right? What is that? A Witcham Slug? How? Okay, what is a Witcham Slug doing here? Is it someone's pet? Okay, let's do like one more, and then I feel like tomorrow I can probably easily finish that. Hopefully feel a bit better than today. Two men strike forward in the wide, dark sewers. The sound of water is loud and grating, even was an in broken silence. Hold on a minute, make a right here. You should know this place well. Of course I do. Something every spy should know? The first thing every spy should know. I'm sure you've already been working in the afterglow for years. Trying to get on my good side? No, it's just making conversation. Just curious. Not privy to that information. Disappointing. Why'd you stop moving? There's something over there. I saw this thick in the book. Don't even bother. I'm serious. Look over there, something's moving. Vikla presses the weapon in his hand against Graf Ordeker's heart from behind. His eyes are following the direction of the Graf's fingers. Just no Norwegian slug. Never seen one of those before. Is it really just no Norwegian slug? I mighty Graf Urtica was so scared by Norwegian slug that he couldn't even walk. I've seen everything. I still think there's something not quite right. Stop being stupid and get a move on. Fine. Wait, just a second. Isn't that an awful lot of slugs? It's way too many. It's going to be a major problem. Run, now. Why are you? It's about to be too late already. Hurry up. Hilke grasps Ebenholz's wrist tightly. The two of them sprint to the sewers. You have a map of the sewers inside your head. You have the time to quib at me. You're better off spending it to catch your breath. Not trying to be sarcastic. A punch we take seriously looks the same to me. Mess it up. We just can keep running. Hurry. I can keep going. That's fine. We just happen to find who we are looking for. Good evening, Herr Lachmann. Good evening, shopkeep. Shopkeep? You don't know a damn thing, but you still have to stick your nose where it doesn't belong. What a pain you are. One year Beagler. Agreed. But you're the one who is in real trouble. Poked all the Wilsham slugs in this area, and they're swarming towards the surface. As you both know, the Wilsham slugs in the sewers emit noxious gas. What doing is a tantamount to a chemical attack on the affected of the afterglow. Chemical attack? But aren't we fine right now? Gas has a much stronger effect on the affected than does on you, Graf Urtica. Then journey into Hibiscus. And Kreide too? Good. Already understand the situation. Lachmann, while these Wilsham slugs and return them to the original state immediately, or I will exercise my right to put you down on the spot. That's no longer possible. A low man can start a fire easy enough. Even if you point a knife at his neck, you won't be able to put it out alone. What do you people get out of this? What do we get? I do not even know that much. Not interested in hearing your riddles. Hustling some shadow wanton spouts. Spruce the wound and prelude. You need me to explain it word by word. Let me rephrase, what do you get out of making the prophecy come true? Don't need to worry about that. That's just how we can play in Hibiscus or everything. What are you trying to do? Silence them? Let's knock him out already, my dear mean-spirited spy. If any way of controlling these slugs, I did, I won't be wasting my puff on him. Let's get going before it's too late. Eh? Murder meets die, Graf Urtica. Fine. Carry him out and you follow me. Wait, hold up, that's... Ebenholz sees the same thing Beagler sees. The Lachmann has fallen, something silvery is glistening on the sewer wall. It's the keyhole. Maybe some kind of device inside controlling the Richam slugs. I pulled the door open. Let me see if I can pick the lock first. Bad news if you play up something important. Can you open it? Looks a pretty tough nut to crack. I won't get the better of me. While you're working on that, mind telling me what this prophecy is all about? Never heard of it. Or whatever it's putting around anyway. Our lofty hills, the fiend steps into twilight's midst gaze. The blood hides plague within, slow backing staff to creep always. Pestilence from shadow wanton spouts, sprees wound and prelude. Fate's finals ensemble, O departs with sun's last phase. Ensemble? Wo? Right. First, I'm still curious what the last verse means. Everything else is already fairly clear. First was the first Hibiscus survival in the afterglow. That's like the first phenomenon of false recovery. You even know about that? What do you think a spy's job is? Now, the third verse is also clear. All that means is the last one. It's open. Now, that's something. Laboratory? Ah, it's you. Thank you for organizing a journey. The situation outside has gone to hell in a handbasket. Swarm of Noxus or Witcham slugs started coming up from the sewers. A lot of people have already been poisoned. So the chaos out in the streets now. They're saying this is part of the prophecy, and panic is spreading to the afterglow. This all happened. Can't do much about people panicking right now. But how about those who were poisoned? Not looking too good, especially those whose oil pathway started getting better recently, doing even more violent reactions. I already contacted the hospital. The medical staff on the line didn't seem very motivated when they heard that we are in the afterglow. Not motivated? Go negotiate with the hospital then. It's too dangerous outside. Better just call. Didn't care when you made a call. It won't make a difference if I'm the one on the line. It's something I have to take care of in person. But tomorrow's the day of the concert. I can't badly have a concert if all of your audience would be dead. And if you get poisoned. If these inexplicable events result in deaths, do you think people will be in any mood to enjoy the music? If the concert continues as planned? I don't want things to reach that point, nor do I want to pretend as if nothing is happening. I'd rather not play a single note than lie to myself. Why are there so many slugs? It reeks. What is the stench? I'll help you. Let's get out of here. Looks like the prophecy is coming true. Rip. Then pests, stay away. Krause, get up. Help us, someone, anyone. Let's go. Someone playing the cello? All sharks are going in the direction of the music. Thank you. Krause, stand up. Here, hold on to my shoulder. Hold on tight. Let's go now. You're welcome. With Kreide at the epicenter, the tones of the cello spread out across the narrow streets and the alleys of the afterglow. Wherever the cell's notes travel, the Witcham slugs turn around, one after another. Those who had been surrounded think the crisis is over, but the poison exhaling insects will soon retreat to the dark sewers under the guidance of the cell's tune. But they are wrong. Both where they can and cannot see, Witcham slugs make their way towards Kreide. It's gonna be fine. Finally, made it. Oh what, do I just blow all these slugs up with arts? Something's not right here. Oh, what is it, my good spy? Witcham slugs are all congregating in one place. A cello? Kreide, what are you doing? Stop it right now! Or yelling. Won't do any good and will only mess up your lungs. Help me get through. I told you, stop shouting. You won't stop playing just because you're shouting. You won't set aside just because you aren't. Let's combine forces and clear a path to Kreide. I don't think so. I'll head in the opposite direction. But my man, you're going back to your coffee shop? Yes, we work together to create an opening. Now we will part ways. You just let Ebenholz go after all of this? I'm sure you can't wait to head back to your shop and study those torn documents you retrieved from the lab, right? I'm so glad the research notes about the voice of Mundane are so much more interesting than the lives of the infected. Pride isolation is your own damned fault, so you can solve it yourself. Also, if I find out that even a single word in those notes and plans was written by you, just you wait. I'll be waiting, sure enough. That's the end of our chat. We're going to on the count of 3. Do I actually get to fight slugs now? Ganz macabre.
어떤 동료도 받지 않겠어.
Saxophonist. Employing at full force fires ranged attacks in all 4 directions, dealing high physical damage to allies. These attacks can be blocked by beeline flux. Interesting. I guess we would want to get this going and this. That is quite an interesting pickle indeed.
전황은 명확하다.
I guess I could do this for now.
박사, 여기 경치 좋다. 그치?
결단을 내 놈들은 정토를 더럽힌
This might
것을
hurt. Oh fuck, that hurts. Yes.
오늘도 잘 부탁해.
Where do I position you? Maybe this.
무사히 돌아올 수 있으면 승리.
Right, who needs mechanics if you can just don't tank everything? Okay, we have that. We could put permanex on there, but I feel like freezing the middle might make most sense. I should not have put him there, is what I realize. Or maybe it's fine, we can just put this one down. And do this. Actually, this might be good permanent spot.
경건하게 기도하십시오. 이벤트는 여러 번
모든 것을 묻어버리기를 기다리도록 하시.
I guess you can point it this way.
Con incapacitarlos basta, ¿verdad?
No. Now we are thinking with lasers for sure. It's not done yet. We could... I mean, this is also neat.
말하기 좀 그런데 내가 일으킨 트러블은 나밖에 수습 못해.
우연히도 내 놈들은 잘못된 길을 의심치도 않았구나.
We are kind of set up at least.
저격 위치 기능 수식 확인. 이 얼마나 하찮은 저항인가요?
아스펠 로큰롤!
I
모든
don't know
것을
even where I would
묻어버리기를
want the tank. I guess we can
기다리도록
just
하시.
add you to the mix.
No serve trattener.
Turns out Lapland Isle is good wherever you place her. Global range is
이벤트는 여러 번
nice.
나가봤지만 이런 카오스는
When did they actually start adding global range? Was it with Golden Glow before they made Lapland? I guess they made Golden Glow first, right? We get actually cool which while their gold is Lux. Wild infected creature only lives in the nomadic city sewers. As surface after being provoked.
결단을 내 놈들은 잘못된 길을 결말은 정해졌다. 그러나 저들은
You think you're gonna make music at this point? Maybe sometimes I underestimate how much damage Powernix actually also does with her attacks in range. I mean, the ice is the big part, but like even that attack is dealing a decent chunk of damage.
Mission accomplished.
Beautiful. Right, this is where we give Kreide now a hug. Kreide, I'm coming. Stop playing the cello. You're trying to get yourself killed? That's something I've considered. Huh? It all the slugs over with the sound of my cello, and then burn myself to ashes, along with them. But now that you're here, we won't have a chance to do that anymore. Kreide, why? Ever since I was little, I knew there was something wrong with me. In fact, that who spent a lot of time around me. The sickness kept getting worse and worse. Man, I guess he was at least aware of. I'm not sure if it's better or worse that he's aware of it. My camper and I were chased out for our home for it. Started wandering between villages. I always thought it wasn't all affected people. As long as they didn't spend too much time around me, they'd be fine. But my camper's condition finally started to deteriorate. I tried my first illusion. After that, Hibiscus told us about the phenomenon of false recovery. Already caused such serious damage in the short time since I came to the Afterglow. With me living brings calamity to others. I would rather die. Don't say that, my man, we can fix you probably. It's not your fault. Also not my fault. We know about the voice of Mundane. Now that you mention it, I think I finally starting to remember. About the voice of Mundane, those who died in the experiment, the Witch King's remains, and you. Remember it all now. So I don't know if this is your fault. Witch King and his remains are to blame, as well as Gertrude, but you're innocent. Thank you for reminding me that this isn't something I was born with. It was the foul product of an experiment. Couldn't remember either until I heard the sound of your cello. I should be thanking you. But what? The situation has already spiraled out of control. Didn't even mitigate the harm I caused anymore. Besides, if the Craven's words are true, then my days are numbered. I must do something here. Okay, but not like this. Have you seen how weak those slugs were? No. How would I get myself tricked by Gertrude? Voices of the mundane can be swept out. Mine is already corrupted. Even if I were to transfer it to your... We won't know until we try. If you're already prepared to die, what are you so scared of? I don't want to hurt you. You can worry about that if something bad actually happens to me. Until then, let's make a wager. Fine. Can you normally feel the melody of the voice of Mundane? When performing or casting arts, I can always vaguely feel the presence of the voice. I know the shrill melody will well by now, even though it's not at all mine. I know. It isn't shrill, but I think it's gentle. Rather, I should say that it's so harmonious, almost to the point of being an empty void. Try our best to match the melodies we've experienced and put them together. Put them together, but you don't have an audience. You have the slugs. No, look at the audience all around us. Witcham slugs? Linked to the Witcham slugs, the melodies that the old bastard left behind is quite fitting, if you ask me. Humane even. As soon as the sounds of flute and cello intermingle, both men immediately recognize the problem. There's hardly any consonance between the two melodies. Flute's voice is urgent, manic, and harsh. Speeds up and slows down as it's filled with an urge to attack everything before it into the abyss. Cello's voice is languid, melancholic, and hollow. Its rhythm remains constant, akin to a land ground to nothingness by catastrophe. While the two face themselves and persevere, continuing the duet that's not a duet. The slugs surge forward like the tide. Underneath a noxious sky, two men whose lives have been twisted by the voices of the mundane continue their discordant duet, reading the score of a melody that they never knew existed in their minds, playing before an audience of Witcham slugs. The more Ebenholz follows this train of thought, the more he feels himself approaching the code of the voice of Mundane's melody. He puts more force behind his breaths, while the sounds of Kreide's cello grow heavier and hollower. Ebenholz's eye. Ebenholz lowers his head to look towards Kreide. Kreide's head has already begun to droop. His hand continues bowing, while Shadow's sound becomes dimmer and dimmer, getting closer and closer to nothingness. Suddenly, in this moment, Ebenholz seems to realize something, so he uses his remaining strength to blow one final sforzando? Sorry, what? I gotta look this up. I did not learn anything today yet. What the hell is this so fun though? Suddenly or strongly accented, used chiefly as a direction. A tempo mark, I see. Okay. The music spits like an alarm bell. Wait, I think I skipped something, didn't I? Kreide also seems to be striking lyricist, sawing at the thickest string on the instrument. The slugs that had been frantically rushing towards the pair of musicians suddenly retreat just as quickly, as if they've seen a predator. Kreide, are you still with me? Lop. Kreide, are you still awake? I'm awake. How's that? Can you still hear the melody of your voice of Mundane? To be honest, it seems even clearer now. Sorry, I agree without thinking. But on bright side, we managed to drive away the Witcham slugs. Hold on. Kreide, what's wrong? New suit you bought for me. Oh god, it hasn't been soiled. Oh, it doesn't smell too good though, right? Good enough. It's fine, but you can even imagine how much I reek right now. Speaking of which, this is only the first time I've got myself into this mess. That time, the fire broke out not far from the spire of Urtica. Instead of going to put out the fire, the spire's attendants all rushed over to make sure I couldn't go anywhere. If I have waited, run away. Afraid that I'd run away. Afraid I go into hiding. Afraid that I die in that sea of fire. You read about you dying? Nearly all the windows in the spire had art and sparse looks, just in case I tried to jump off. Yippee! I love a mental institution. I was surprised figurehead. If I went off and died, I wouldn't have been able to endure the consequences. In the end, the flames never reached the spire. I did get marinated in the smell of smoke. I wore this smoke-soaked coat for a good half month and didn't take it off until the weather warmed. Brings back old memories here as well. How a camper and I were run out of our old home, we started to wander between some of the more affluent villages. Most people were pretty friendly to us, as long as we hid the fact that we were infected. Rather than know is that during the harvest season, friendly villagers would prepare bratwurst and beer for the day workers at night, and they could eat and drink to their heart's content. Now that does sound nice. The friendly villagers threw some spare change at us and shoot us out of the village before nightfall, and feared that we'd steal things, man. Not so friendly villagers prepared some more Schwarzbrot, pointed weapons at us, intended to make us fall in line. One time I was helping a villager out with some farm work. It was really hot that day, I was dripping with sweat, so I wanted to lose my clothes so nobody was around. And before I was about to take off my shirt, I heard a commotion not far away. Grandpa rushed over and told me to run, saying that one of the workers rolled up his sleeve saying nobody was watching, accidentally reading the wisdom crystals on his arm. The villagers immediately threw him into an abandoned cellar and locked him up. I set out to check everyone else, one by one. If not for Grandpa, I might have also died in that cellar. Died? They actually killed the infected? Welcome to Terror. You need to, nor did they dare. All you had to do was wait for them to starve, crystallize and explode. Hasn't there been a long-standing law to treat infected with dignity? Never knew about a decree like that until first set foot in a nomadic city. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I have nothing to apologize for. You're also deceived by the Gräfin. No, what I mean is, I've been a little braver back then. If I had spoken up back then, maybe you wouldn't have had to. I'm sorry. Really, you don't have anything to apologize for. Just as you said, the voice of Mundane was made by man. Shameful on those who sought to use the voice of Mundane, not on you. I protected you in the manner I could. Just like you are trying to protect me now. You're right. Thank you, Kreide. Come, let's find Hibiscus and her journey. You know what to do. I'm sure of it. Now we have that voice of Mundane removed from you. You can thank me probably after that. Let's go. Kreide? Kreide's condition is more or less stable. The reason he passed out most likely has to do with the poison. We've rescued a number of poisoning patients whose signs and symptoms largely match with Kreide's. While on the subject of Kreide's future, Countess probably didn't lie. Overall, his condition is on the edge of critical. So you'll help us, won't you? I want to trust the two of you. I really do. I need proof. If it's circumstantial evidence, I need someone to check the facts to show that the voice of Mundane isn't baseless speculation, but a part of an imminent plot. Why, go to the coffee shop. Sir? Where have you been? Looking all over for you. Nice speculation. I'm 100% sure that what you say is true. What you said to Kreide, do you know that he almost died along with those original slugs because of your words? Emmerholz, is that true? But Emmerholz not found him first, you would have never seen him again. I'm telling you, the voice of Mundane is severe, that I swear on my life. What do you mean? I don't have time to explain it to you right now. I have work to do. But I need to. You're among the most stubborn folk I've ever met. Go to the lounge of the concert hall. You'll understand everything. Right, the concert hall. Gertrude said she did something to the Afterglow hall to make it match with the arts during the duet. Right, let's go right away. It's also a journey. Make sure you bring him as well. In case neither of you can convince the other. I have to go now. So you... Emeralds and hibiscus twin glances. They're both suspicious, but they're also running out of time.
놀랄만한 성과다. 네가 가져오는
Right.
승리는 이제 익숙해졌다고 생각했다만
We will save Kryde's life for sure, but I guess I will stop here for today. I think we can get the rest done tomorrow. I started at like 2, didn't I? Wasn't it? Did I do this today? I think I did do this today. So yeah, we did good progress. We will finish this tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully tomorrow I have more of a voice. That could be neat. Does everybody I really know is streaming? If not, I think I'm just ending it. You know, it's time for me to vanish into the bed. Let's just vanish into the bed. So yeah, see you tomorrow and goodbye.